What's going on, everybody? I am CaptainRoBear, and this is Saved by the Spell 2 Game Saving Throws 65.
Yeah, my D&D week has begun. Let's go.
Here we go. Here we go. I'm ready for this.
That's
Are
what
you?
think?
Are you?
We
I
all
think
die.
perhaps, maybe not. I don't know.
I don't know. Last time we were hanging out, I just wanted to fish, and you summoned the Kraken boat.
Listen, it was gonna come visit us anyway. I just sped up the process.
Great.
When I
Appreciate
fish, I go big.
it. You know what? That is totally full send right there. 100%. I can appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't do any of that like sitting, chilling, quiet, drinking beer, waiting for fish. No, I go for the biggest thing in that body of water.
You're mainlining vodka with a bazooka, looking for the biggest trout you can find.
Throwing dynamite in the water. It's great.
Amazing.
Oh, that's so good. I love it.
Beautiful. Good to be back in another week of D&D, man.
I'm excited.
Here we go.
Yeah, I mean, we're in really cool spots in all three campaigns that happen for the next couple of days. So it's a story that I've been waiting to see unfold and more levels than one. And you know, getting to see Monday's game was only like it was like just tasting what mom's cooking in the kitchen just before dinner. It's like, no, you can't have any of this. You have to wait.
It was. I wish we could have got like a little bit further. Just a skosh would have been nice, but you know, beggars can't be choosers.
No, and you can't rush good things.
When do you ever
absolutely.
get as far in D&D as you want to get?
You know, good question. Good question. Have we ever exceeded early sessions? Early sessions when I wouldn't plan out like enough ahead, there would occasionally get to that point like, man, hope they go stop at a shop or something. So, you know, that's how you get extended campfire scenes and you know, any kind of good old fashioned DM stall techniques there.
You guys want to talk to this NPC?
I mean, we didn't even used to get loot in this campaign.
You know,
Just straight through the loot phase. Fuck the loot.
be like, yeah, loot. We'll come back to that next week. Don't even have it wrote out yet. That was early D&D Beyond days too, where a lot of times the loot, like, there's nothing close to this item in. I have to homebrew this and pull it in through the other side. Yeah,
It's all good.
hell yeah. Radio, you got any big announcements this week, my friend?
Not really. I just decided last night that we were going to come back over to Twitch for the first time ever and go do our streaming over here. So we have made the move. My channel is now active on Twitch. We're showing and growing, baby.
Yeah.
You want to see it? That's where you'll find me. In fact, I do believe if tonight's session is if it's not 6 hours, then I do believe I'll play some Destiny afterwards.
Yes,
right
we're
here
all
on
going over into his channel when we get done tonight, and I'll be hanging out right after I get the upload in. I will go and bring his stream down, as I always try to do.
Trust me, there's nothing you can do that I don't possibly do to myself, given enough time.
Yeah, there'll probably be plenty of full send and probably some Gambino or Crucible.
Oh yeah, we got to get into both of that tonight. I need to get some powerful engrams. I need these drops, man. I got to get up to that soft cap.
I got 2 of those Ingrams before they patched the thing. the farm.
Boo.
Good for you, Mud. Good for you for getting a piece of that.
I got 2 of them. Then they patched the forge.
I'm surprised that Mud can even hear the word drops without having a little bit of PTSD that he needs to start a stream.
Hey, listen, drops into yesterday, and then now new content drops today. So
And
that's
a bunch of new content, man. That's a healthy update.
It's gonna be a crazy update. I've been waiting for this one a long time. It's gonna be sick.
Can you give me a little preview of what's in the content drop?
one of the biggest things is ghost fleets that are you go fight their spectral ships. They shoot these flying wraith cannonballs that are like souls. They scream as they shoot past you and shit. And
they're terrifying.
They're huge.
You're fighting a whole fleet of like an armada of ships to get to the captain, and then it drops loot that's like spectral loot as well too, like spectral captain's chests and stuff. They're pretty dope.
Seriously, those they screech. Giant green ghostly heads just ramming your entire ship that tilts it, the whole thing.
And the whole time, Flameheart, his giant head is hanging out in the sky above your boat, mocking you.
Oh, really? So that's not just not part of the trailer. That actually happens.
Yeah, that's how it signifies. That's how you know where to go find it.
Oh.
Because it's all up in the sky, and so you sail towards it, kind of like a fort or whatever.
God, I hope that happens to me when I die. There's gonna be a laughing head in the sky for challenging new gamers.
Oh, that's amazing. Becky, you got any announcements this week?
I do. One I have to say, it keeps throwing me off whenever Mudcat lifts his arm and I have to see my stupid face on screen twice. Every time. Quit doing it. You never wear short sleeve shirts. I do actually.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, that's my dumb face.
I actually had no idea. That's the first time I've heard that too.
I look very different when I had bangs. It's a different look. But I do actually have an announcement tonight. I am a founding ambassador for the female-led group Gamers. We just launched our ambassador page today, so we encourage everyone to come check out Gamers as a women-led community. We're dedicated to centering voices of women, female, or femme-identifying gamers and non-binary gamers as well. Anybody who loves the gaming community, you don't have to just stream at any level, any game. We've got Discord, we've got Twitter, we've got Instagram. It's a space in which we create support and discussion over important topics. So it's a lot of fun.
Drop your links.
Oh,
put them in the
sure.
chat.
Sure. Here, I'll hit you guys with the website for Gamers. They're an awesome group. Anyway, but other than that, that's it.
Mud, any announcements this week?
Just playing Sea of Thieves, and that's it. We'll be playing the new update later tonight, and the next night, and probably the next night, probably the next night, probably the next night, probably the next night, till I'm dead. And then, so we're playing Sea of Thieves, and then still waiting to hear back on Twitch partnership. It's been almost 2 weeks, so hopefully things will go well. We'll see.
Sounds like our days from 2 years ago when it was like, well, it's been 3 months. I wonder what's going on with that app.
Dude, at Mixer, my partnership was right before Thanksgiving break or whatever, so like took them forever. Plus we had a holiday in the middle.
Yeah. It's fun to be back in the old Source Origin times, man. I like it. So what was enjoyable about Radio Stream last night? Felt old school. I dig it.
It was old school and I loved it.
It was really cool. So, over here, guys, the biggest announcement that I have for you, and this is brand new, I just told the cast a few minutes ago. For the rest of this month, we're going to trial run how should I phrase this? This would be a reward game. For the top 3 bit badges and the top 3 gifted subs, I am going to put together a one-shot once a month to reward their support inside the channel. So we're going to be going directly off of Twitch's metrics that are up top, and I'm going to invite those top 3 into a game once a month and carve out time to reward you guys for being so unbelievable generous to myself and enabling me to continue to tell stories. As we've been building this point for a long time, and me constantly telling you guys there's no pathway to the table, that there's no way we can work this out. We finally have been able to open up some avenues, mainly because I don't have a bar anymore. And I actually have time. But I'm excited to be able to offer something back for the group of people that are just so incredibly generous to me. So I'm pumped up and excited to do that and give you guys some value back for how much you've given me. And that's going to start, we'll have a full game out of that for the month of June, and it should work out all right to where I can continue to do that throughout the rest of the year. Now, that is not the only way to play some D&D over here, as community members found out on Monday, as we had another just awesome session. It was all community members, a straight commission game, thanks to my monthly sponsor, Start Playing Games. If you guys use the command !play D&D, and it's not an and symbol, you got to do the N, DND, you'll get my link to my public games that I now post that are able to get individual seats at my table. You're also able to use their lovely website, which has DMs from all over the place with tons of experience that lists out the profile of the different kind of games that they run. It's all searchable and shows great information, whether it's a high RP game, a high puzzle game, a high combat. It all has that wonderfully listed. My friends Devin and Nate over at Start Playing have been absolutely awesome to work with, and thank them once again for getting me this sponsorship for the entire month. It's been fun to help develop the tools on the back end of their site. On the individual games, you don't have to try to book a whole table. You can just book individual slots. You send in an application and I approve you for the games. The cool part, the game that we launched on Monday that we had lovely community members play in, these games, I am making them canon inside the universe. I'm tying them into the stories that we're already telling with our main programming to give them purpose and to flesh out all the lovely stories that exist outside of what we actually get to touch. And that for me is incredibly rewarding to be able to spend time to do that. So that's really where your money's going on that. Not only is it the entertainment of you getting an awesome game experience and now getting up on the main stage since I am streaming these, but it gives me a chance to dive in and tell these stories that I wouldn't normally be able to. And I have to thank you for that, because that was an incredible amount of enjoyment on my side that we'll get to touch on tonight within this game. So thank you guys. Thank you to everyone who was a part of that first game. You guys are amazing. You did wonderful, and it will be in rotation here, public YouTube. Those games, or that in particular game, will be coming out on Sunday. But as most of you have seen, it's already been on rotation within the channel, which is very cool. We'll be getting some little side graphics that helps denote that these are commissioned games, just to make sure. And for everybody else that's out there in the community, when you see these commissioned games, you need to be a supportive force. These people are not professional broadcasters. They are not professional D&D players. You need to come in with an open mind that most of them are learning at the table, and now some of them are streaming this at the same time, and you're broadcasting this out. There's a lot going on them. So remember, when those games are on, critique is not available or on the table within chat. And any critique that is labeled during those commission games will just be deleted. I'm not going to say that I'm directly banning you or timing you out, but we will remove all of those messages because it's just not available for that. It's a learning experience for them. So if the community can come together and really rally behind that, if they do see that in chat, because I can understand somebody could come in and not think that's not know it's a commission game yet. It's not properly labeled all the time that it is. If you can help and say, hey, That's what's going on here. I'm going to add some commands in that helps explain that. But from a community level, if you guys can help establish that, then we're never going to have a problem with it. And I appreciate that. Just back each other up on that, and that'll be a great thing going forward.
D&D is for everyone.
Bing. Thank you to Roll20 for being a sponsor for the rest of the year. Thanks for retweeting this out as well. You guys are amazing. They're the virtual tabletop that provides the music you all hear in your ears right now, not just the cast, but the community at large and everybody watching at home. Thank you guys for helping bring these stories to life. If you guys have not run a game on Roll20, I highly recommend it. You can get in with a free account today and start playing around with the features. Like all things, there's a learning curve when you get to use it, but you can learn at your own pace. You don't have to use everything. You get to pick and choose, because certainly we do. We've just now really started to embrace and love the virtual roll feature, which its little teeter and kilter is one of the most awesome, suspenseful, batshit crazy moments of the stream now, and I love that so much. So enjoy that. Check out Roll20. As always, the RP fuel that gets me through the day. Thank you for the entire year's worth of sponsorship. New Belgium Voodoo Ranger, you guys are rock stars. Patrick is my hero. If you guys have not been around their channel or the community, it has some of the most amazing people in it. I love hanging out with my Voodoo Ranger partners. You guys are amazing. I can't stress enough how awesome, value-packed their delicious beers are. So if you're looking for that next great IPA, you don't want it to break the bank, please consider supporting them, as they support me in an incredible, generous amount above all of my other sponsors. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As always, live rangerously, drink responsibly. So let's pick up where we left off last week. The party still sailing towards the city of Waterdeep to reconvene for more information on how to proceed next, deciding whether to head to the Maelstrom or fly into the Prince of Evil Air. You guys had some downtime on your vessel, decided to do a little fishing. Maybe get a new hot meal in Ruby's case, maybe a cold raw one. After procuring some fish, Ruby happened to hook one of the biggest ones of all. As a massive vessel emerged from the sea, part machine, part biology, a Senegal, the form of the massive kraken, this god of the deep that has now been forged into the vessel of command by Malachar. As you guys reunited with him for the first time since he dove into the ocean, you guys proceeded to battle one of his new odd-looking pirates, tentacled-faced in nature, floating, levitating, psionic abilities, as you guys were raided with these ethereal tentacles around the vessel. No, not Harshnag. Imri's sacrifice now. You guys were able to fend them off, patch the boat together before almost sinking in the frigid waters of the north. You guys were able to head on and make your way, pulling in the port city of Waterdeep for the first time since Sansuri and Jarl Stovald's joint terrorist attack at Roaring Horn's mansion. The first thing that you see on the horizon, you've been looking passing through the crystal clear blue skies with patches of clouds. You can look up and you do indeed see Zephyros' tower in the sky, still there, suspended above a roaring horn mansion that is still surrounded by scaffolding in the midst of mass construction. Trade boats passing by. You guys are able to glide into a spot. Set anchor. And that is where we will pick up today.
Ah, love that smell, don't you, Valas?
I don't smell anything.
That's that port smell, that slightly stagnant water, soggy wood, salt, sweat, and commerce.
None of that sounds good at all. Is your nose broken?
For as long as we've been on the water, I would get out and kiss this dock after strapping this boat together from that attack.
I would love to see that. Go ahead. Go kiss that gross moldy wood piece.
Yeah, honor your word, Paladin.
Mm-hmm.
I said I would. Didn't say I was going to.
Ah, come on. That's like basically saying you would do it and we're here, so you should do it, right?
You know how many nasty sailors' feet walk on this dock? I'd come out with some disease, make me look like this guy over here, as he points to one of the skeletons walking by.
And you think you're not gonna end up looking like that at the local cat house?
Hey, it's been a while. I'll leave it at that.
Oh gosh. All right, fine. So you don't follow through with your word. That's okay. You don't have to actually kiss the dog. We'll just remember this from now on, that you're a liar. Got it.
I'm just happy to be on land, Ruby. These legs work a lot better on land than they do on water.
You know, that's what you say, but we already established that we can't trust what you say, so we'll have to see that.
That's true. That's true. We're just saying until you can back it up.
Cheekios, will you please help me with these holes?
What do you want me to help you with?
Never mind.
Because we're right.
I don't know about you, but I'm not gonna sit around with these skeletons anymore. Faust is gonna walk to the where the ladder of the ship is and just jump off the ship onto the dock.
Oh, I'd like to get off too. Do you think they expect us to return?
I mean, we didn't tell them we were coming back, so why would they expect us?
Well, maybe if they thought we wouldn't succeed, they wouldn't expect us.
Certainly nothing was ever guaranteed when I left. However, if we did not come back, plans were made to be put in place. So this will be a relief of when they see us.
So you guys had a plan B?
There's always a plan B within the harbors.
It's nice to know that we were actually the plan A, I guess.
Indeed.
Well, let's go say hello to them. Perhaps they will be so excited we could have another party. I would like
No
to eat some more
parties.
food. What?
Hey, so you can't say no parties.
What happened at the last party?
Ice giants.
Yeah.
Well, they're not invited, so it won't
What
be a
happened the last
problem.
time you were having a fishing party on the boat?
Malakar.
Yeah, no more parties, no more fun.
You're
That's-
just incapable
That's when
of
the
having
shit
fun.
hits. That's when all the shit hits. When you guys start having fun,
No.
you let your guard down for 5 seconds.
Are you
You're-
sure you don't want to sit on the boat, Raincloud? Because
I'm gonna
we're in water deep.
go to the bar, but I'm not gonna have any fun doing it.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sure all that whiskey we'll drink will just be terrible for you. Just suck down one after another after another.
Yeah, well, if I have to listen to you the whole time, it will be.
It's just fine. You can have your sour attitude. I will eat your portion of lemon cakes when we go to pick it up. I will do your portion of lemon drops when we take them, because we are doing some in Emery's honor, and you can fine and sulk about it and be back here with a skeleton with its arm halfway up your ass if you want to.
Oh, Cheekios, you still need to take me to the Haze Maze. And don't think we're not going to go see Pete at the Glaze Maze.
We will certainly be back. It is on my list. Cannot go to the City of Splendor. We're not enjoying some of the splendor.
With as slodgy as this troop has been, I could use a little splendor. Splendor. There you go. Yeah.
Blunder.
Let's get the hell off this boat.
I don't know about you, but I could use some, probably could use some new clothes.
You do look very ugly. Yes.
Well, all my other ones are in the north. I was just wearing the furs.
Oh, can you even feel like hot or cold with your body? Like that?
Sort of. Not the same.
Will the heat actually make your body like break down faster?
Why are you asking? I'm not going to find out.
I don't know. I just assume maybe if we had left you in the north, maybe it would have preserved you.
I think I'm fine.
I don't know, like when you put something in very cold ice and it kind of keeps it exactly the same, it's less likely to go bad.
Ruby,
Kind of going...
Ruby, he's so full of salt water, he's preserved. I wouldn't worry about that guy.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, well,
I'm
if
just
not
making
for the
sure.
salt, I've fortified myself with plenty of port.
I'm sorry for looking out to make sure you don't deteriorate more.
Galito, Ruby, if you see pieces start to fall off, we'll just pick them up and glue them back on later, okay?
That sounds good. You can do that job, though.
Better pick up some glue while I'm in town.
That's probably true. I specialize in taking body parts apart, not putting them back together.
Considering I've already held parts of his body before, I really don't care to again. But I guess, yeah, that makes me most qualified. All right, come on, we know where we need to go.
How
don't
far
think,
is what's his name's the Roaring Horns town party place from the dock? I don't even know which direction we have to go from here.
Ruby,
We've always come in from the
cloud.
sky.
Look at the cloud.
Oh yeah, that's right. We should go follow the big signs. Floating castle. That would make a lot of sense. I'm so used to looking down at most people that I never look up in the sky. I'm sorry, it was not in my line of sight. That's where we'll go. Got it.
It is a good
Who's gonna-
indicator, no?
Yeah, it should have been obvious, huh?
Where's Dante? Dante, you ready to get off this ship?
I am quite ready to get off the ship. I'm ready to do some more research, and I'm ready for more books.
All right. Books for you, booze for me.
We could
The
stop
Roaring
off
Horn
at
estate
the...
then.
What if there's like a bookstore on the way? Do you want to go see if there's like places where you can buy books that they call a bookstore? Oh, I phrased it like that.
I am sure that Lord Roaringhorn will have access to the utmost text, and probably text that most general folks will not be able to get their hands on.
All right. all right. So you want the fancy, expensive books. I get it. A little snobby, but that's fine.
This is not of my own personal accord. This is for the mission, Ruby.
Okay. All right. Well, if you assume he has all the books you need, then that's fine. I was only offering.
Well, I know there are several temples to deities of gods of knowledge. I hope that Lord Roaringhorn may be able to provide me access there in some way to their tomes. We shall see.
Well, let's go find you some books or tomes or whatever you like. Deal? We'll go find Lord Roaringhorn and you can take apart his whole library. It'll be great. And then the rest of us can eat and drink.
Indeed.
Your energy is contagious. Thank you. All right.
It's merely my personality. I can never win with you sometimes.
Dante, just let it go. We'll get you a Happy Meal on the way. You'll be fine.
Since you are literally born yesterday, you will spend a lifetime still trying to process the fairer sex. I promise you. It will matter nothing of what you read in any of your books, Dante. Be prepared for the roller coaster. Dante just blushes and picks up his literally like he's in high school now. He's like, or college. He's like packing his freaking backpack. He's getting his leather satchel, all of his tomes that he has with him put together.
All right. Did everybody pack up everything we need? I didn't really bring a whole lot on this ship, so I'm good to go. Oh, do we need to bring the ashes of his parents? Who has that?
Ruby. It's right here.
Good, then you get to be the one who has that conversation. Thank you. Thank you.
Always the one who has to have the difficult job.
You're the best at it. You're like the people relationship person. You're good with feelings and the touchy-feely thingies.
Ruby, people have said a lot of things about me. No one has ever said that I'm touchy-feely.
Well, I mean, look who I have to compare you to. Valas? That man is like a popsicle or a sardine. Those are salted, right? I don't know.
Ruby, it's always the biggest of men that have the softest of hearts. Histor, Harshnag. Nothing but teddy bears.
You know, that sounds about right.
Think you got it all figured out, don't you, Alistar? Once again, leaning over to Ruby. Yeah, she's kind of right.
She just has a large smile on her face.
It's a good thing. It makes you balanced.
Yeah. Well, let's go. I'm tired of sitting around here. We're sitting on this boat. Chances are they've already seen this dilapidated cruiser roll into the harbor with two giants, skeleton crew, literally, and us. By now, Lord Roaringhorn should be expecting us, I would imagine. He's a man who's always in the know.
As you start to get off the boat or whatever, Valas will be talking to the shipwright at the docks, with a finger at his chest. If I come back and there's a scratch on this thing, your ass is mine.
Do you mean a new scratch? Quit harassing that man.
You'll be getting the same service that everyone else inside the Arbor District gets. You have no merchant license. You have no port authority issued. You will receive the same general quarter that everyone else has.
I don't think you're understanding me. And Valas is gonna drop a patch of gold on his on his book. Not
Now
a
that
fucking
we're-
scratch.
Now that we're talking in a language that I understand.
It's the salty old man with a skullet pulled back into a ponytail, very well worn linens, takes that pouch, pockets it up. Not a scratch, sir.
It's more like it. He's gonna walk away.
Just by curiosity, sir, you wouldn't be containing any extra cargo of the pork variety, would you?
You're asking if we have pork on the ship?
Yes. If you have any pork, I do not need to see manifest, but I would happily buy them off of you. Double market rate.
Do we have pork on the ship? I don't even remember.
We do not
Oh,
have
we had
pork.
some bit.
We don't have any
Oh.
pork on the
So.
ship. We've ate everything. That's why we were fishing. We were
That's what I thought.
out of protein.
Well, I don't know if I don't think we have any pork now, but I might be able to procure some.
Duly noted, sir. Not a scratch.
I just realized that I created Biff Tannen in the different reality. Oh yeah, boss. Just started on the second coat of wax. That's literally
That's
what.
2 coats. You just finished the second coat now. I mean, do you take me for some sort of idiot? I'm sorry, Mr. McFly. I'm just starting the second coat.
Start the second coat. My brain really recreated Biff Tannen. Oh, that's amazing.
Next time we come into port, he'll be president.
Hello, McFly.
Anybody in there? As you guys all disembark the vessel into the hustle and bustle of Waterdeep once again, those cobblestone streets, flowing waterways are all at your disposal. You guys first heading to Roaring Horn's mansion.
It's my intention. I don't know. Valas wants to go shopping for a new feathered hat.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, we don't need to go
Just-
to a bookstore.
I just need a new coat. I have one wrapped around a Kraken eyeball. The other one was a giant fur coat.
That's fair. We should get you some clothes.
I'm running around with open wounds all over my decayed body.
I mean, if you're CaptainRoBear, you'd be running around in, your tidy whities at this point.
Got a bad habit of that.
Does Valas wear underwear? It would be my guess that he's not that kind of person.
No. I don't want to know. Good God.
I mean, when he's on a skelly ship, he probably just sailed naked. Seems like that kind of person.
Man, so many jokes.
I gotta imagine that Valas's downtown region's got like a Charles Vane from Black Sails vibe going on. Just straight leather pants, leather to skin.
Whatever you want it to be.
Personal
Yeah.
choice.
Got the Charles Vane special going on.
As you guys make your way towards the trade ward, narrow slice of land between the castle ward and the cemetery city of the dead. Center of commerce, The canals that you've been once before. City full of optimism, quite a dichotomy from the last time that you were here. More screams, more anxiety, just business as usual today. Did you guys pause, looking over that cobblestone bridge the same time that you did the first time you made to Waterdeep? When Emery got distracted, made his way in the glazed maze. You look over and you can see shop window open, cake set out.
Hey, this is the spot. Look.
What spot?
What is
You
it?
weren't here. You were dead. Best lemon cupcakes you've ever had. I don't even know how Emery struck up a conversation with a guy, but ended up becoming his best friend. I think he sold him every single lemon cupcake he had, but they were so moist, so delicious.
Guess we should pick some up, huh? Make it part of the party that Valas isn't actually partying for.
I'll eat a lemon cake. Just not gonna be happy about it.
Fine, you can be as miserable as you want. This will be the best tasting miserability you've ever had.
That's fine.
Come on.
We'll take them back. We're not eating them now, right? Like a little container to go.
Right. We may have a couple out of that container to go. A baker's dozen, if you will. And, you got to have one while you take the other 12.
Is
Maybe
that
a
enough
few
for
bakers up.
everyone? Because we've got...
I'm not going to... How many people do you want to feed?
Well, I thought we would take some back to Lord Roaringhorn. I don't know. It's like a... You're alive! Congratulations! Because we thought everyone was dead sort of celebration.
That guy can afford his own lemon cakes.
It's nice. He gives
He's got
us
a
all
chef.
this stuff.
It's just going to push his way into the glaze maze.
I'm just saying that might have been nice. Plus, Harshnag could probably eat more than one. Those are teeny tiny.
It is the thought that counts, Valas.
See? The thought.
Are you gonna be an asshole the entire day?
Probably. As he walks into the building. Are
Just
you coming in or
noted.
you gonna stand outside there? Oh wait, yeah, you can't.
No, I understand.
He holds his hand out to the side, right above to where your head is at.
Because this is precisely where my bullshit meter is today. Right here. Not an inch higher, not an inch lower.
Alice is gonna jump.
Good. Your spirit's still there.
As he flicks the shit out of your back.
I want to rearrange those bones since we still might need a captain around here.
He's just gonna walk in as he cracks his neck.
I feel adjusted after that.
For
Save
real,
that one
dude.
just for this.
God. No Golux are needed for that shit. As you guys push the door forward and hear that familiar small town shop bell ring. As you look over, you just see a couple of small reddish buns poking right up above the counter. No sign of the original shopkeeper that you see. You can hear something being drug over to the side. Eventually, a small head pops up. A little girl with freckles and emerald green eyes looks across to you over at the counter.
Where's Pete?
My father's out getting supplies. It's me. I'm Elise.
Oh, you're adorable.
Hi, Elise. Do me a favor. When your father comes back after we've left, tell him Emery says hello.
I will.
Now, tell me, Elise, how many of those lemon cupcakes do you have today?
Lemon. We have a lot of lemon left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still 6 dozen left.
Guess what, Elise? We're taking them all.
It is a party.
All
No
of them?
parties.
You're gonna take
Every single one. Elise, you ever seen a giant?
No.
There's one outside named Harshnag. I need you to get all those cupcakes boxed up, and I want you to give them to him.
Okay, sir.
What's the price?
Give me just 1 second.
I think you just made her day. Like,
She reaches over and
seriously.
pulls out an abacus and starts pulling it over, and it starts slow, and then it surprises you. It's like figures the price tag all up for you.
Oh, what's the damage?
4 gold pieces for all the lemon cakes.
Steep price.
It's a
Right.
lot of lemon cakes, and there's going to be a lot of people out there really disappointed today. I'll have to tell them a giant came and ate them all.
He may eat some of them, but a lot of them are coming with us to Lord Roinghorn's estate.
Well, who's going to stop him once he starts? You know you can't stop when you start eating.
I know. I've had them once a time before.
Oh,
And a
so
friend
you
of
had
ours
him
promised
before.
your dad that we would come back and get them again, which is
No.
why we're here.
Now I'm going to need to send him a raven and tell him to get more lemons.
Well, I'll tell you what. Here's an extra gold piece for the raven.
That's an expensive raven. Did you buy
Shut
the
up,
whole flock?
Ruby!
It's not a
Shut
charity. What are you
up!
doing?
Thank you. Thank you for the tip. And my daddy gave me a piece of paper to read too. If you have any access to pork or pork products, we would happily purchase at double the rate.
What's with the pork? Why does
What
everybody want
happened to
pork?
all the piggies here?
Since all this destruction at Saltmarsh with the Kraken and whatnot, there's not as many boats in the fleet, and haven't been able to get any good pork in a while.
You guys don't have any pigs?
We rely on Fred to bring everything in. We just don't have any right now, so we don't have any. The bacon maple cupcakes are just maple, and once you had a bacon maple cupcake, you can't go back to having maple again. It's just not balanced.
Who do you normally buy pork from? Who's the largest pork seller at the docks?
I don't know who that would be.
You're asking a small child.
Well, she's old
You
enough to
think
run a
she knows
cupcake
the
store.
trading individual?
Should be old enough to sell pork.
I don't know the answer to that, but I'm sure my father does.
Do you at least have other forms of protein here? Like the whole little place isn't starving, right? Obviously,
It's just pork.
cupcake.
It's just pork. We're just missing
pork.
pork. And bacon in particular. The bacon is what went first. No pulled pork sandwiches. No pork steaks. No loin back ribs. No slow cooked country ribs either. My favorite.
Malachar. All right. Let's get this all boxed up. Get your daddy that raven. We're going to take our cupcakes.
Send it along the way. He'll be so excited you stopped by. And I'll tell him Emery said hello.
It's a good girl. Thank you. Doing a fantastic job with the shop.
And you hear alarms going off in the back. I gotta go. She hops down from her box.
She okay? That doesn't sound okay.
Comes back and there's a fresh tray of peanut butter and chocolate cookies. Large ones. There's literally, you can look at it and be like, there's a whole candy bar put in each large cookie. Oh yeah, just entire Reese's cups pressed into these massive, rich-looking peanut butter cookies.
Histor, can we get some of those? Those look so good. I really want one. We just add it to the list.
Gonna add it to the tab.
She comes over and she's got a fresh little spatula as she's prying those up, and she gives you 3 of them wrapped in fresh parchment.
Yes, thank you.
Careful, Ruby. Don't burn the roof of your mouth. You don't want to eat it too quickly.
I've eaten hot food before. It's fine. Does anybody want the other 2? I guess I should share. Wow, really? Cool. Okay, I'm going to eat all 3.
I'm going. What? Of course, I'm going to eat a cookie.
You didn't speak up in time. I'm going to
sorry,
eat
I'm
them.
looking at
I'm
them.
going to start on the first one, and I'm trying to eat it as fast as I can so I can get to the other 2.
So you take 1 point of damage from sheer chocolate and peanut butter molten heat.
It's worth it. I have no regrets.
Cheekios is going to take one of those
I still
folded
have
over
damage
cookies.
from the ship.
Oh, this is gonna lean over to Cheekios and I think there's an opportunity here to make some extra coin. We could find some pork in this town.
But if there's no pork coming in, how do you make the pork?
Well, if I know anything about pirates and sailors, is that somebody in this town probably is hoarding the supplies. Anytime there's a tragedy or a natural disaster at a dock, and they hold on to these things, and then they charge a premium for them.
He's right.
Somebody here has pork. We just have to find who it is.
With the
Steal it
nature
from
of
him.
it, they can hold on to it for long periods of time. They can keep transitioning it to forms that will hold longer. I.e. salt pork and bacon and cured hams. Don't have to take just all fresh cuts. They can hold out on this for quite some time.
So all we have to do is find the person, threaten them, and make them release their pigs.
Or we could just steal it. You're good at that.
I could do that. Let's definitely do that one. I vote yes. Done. 2 of us are on accord. That's all it takes.
I don't know how many lemon cakes you guys can afford, but I think we're probably gonna need some money. We got a lot of work ahead of us, and it's not gonna be cheap.
That's true. Histor just keeps throwing out random gold coins.
We have
Here's
more
one
money
for a raven.
than we ever know what to do with.
We do?
I just gave all my money to that guy at the dock,
dock.
so he didn't damage the boat. He didn't steal it.
What's vacation if we take and use any of our money?
I'm just saying it sounds like a lot of fun to steal the stuff. You guys can decide what you want to do. I don't care, but I'll go take it.
this is all implying that there is someone that is holding the pork, and that they are of bad reports, so that we should bust them up and take it and release it to the people. There's a lot of assumptions here.
I didn't say they were a bad report. I just said they were probably hoarding the pork.
Sounds like a
You don't
good
want to
story to
join
me.
Ruby's Pork Liberation Front, Cheekios?
I am fine with joining the
It's a
pork
great
liberation.
name. Let us liberate the pork. Bacon for everyone.
You,
People will love us. We could become the mayors of this town.
all of you are the most ADD adventurers I have ever met in my entire life.
Listen, not right now. I'm trying to think about how I would run my campaign as mayor of this town. The one who provided the bacon. That should be enough, right?
I don't give a shit about being mayor. I'm just trying to make sure we've got enough funds to carry out the rest of the shit we need to do. What do we need to do?
We have access to the Roaring Horn. We have the funds. Till we need to.
Oh, I'm not in this for the money. I just want to take it.
Ruby, just take your cookie and go outside.
I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna start smelling around for pork.
Well,
You see my nose.
maybe we don't go out of our way to look for it then, but you know, if we hear anything, might as well make a few extra coin. Never know when it might come in handy.
Perfect. Liberate pork for all.
Even if it
Our
does
stack.
get restored, you know how long it's gonna be before I get to eat bacon? The amount of bacon that I want to consume? I'll die broke and baconless. A fate worse than death.
Don't worry. These lemon cupcakes will make up for it, but you can't eat them all.
Do I smell any pig-like products outside?
God.
I would like to roll to see if I can.
Do I sense any pork or pork products in the vicinity?
Maybe I got a strong nose. Maybe that's a trait of the tabaxi that's hidden.
You have a keen sense of smell? Being your features and traits?
Let me check. Can I just add that in? No. No, I don't think that's a thing that they added. No, I don't think so.
Oh, use a survival check with disadvantage as you're trying to ascertain the smell of pork in the wind.
Oh, dang it! Disadvantage. One of us a nat 20.
I rob you.
Got an 18 as the other one.
Burn those
Not bad.
20s and all those
So
pork
good.
products.
I would have smelled all the pork. No.
You know, you
With
put
an 18.
your nose to the wind in the trade ward, and you don't smell any. God, this is the saddest thing ever. You don't smell any barbecue. You don't smell any raw pork either, which you have a keen nose for. As you even kind of bounce around over the markets, you can see stocked full of fresh fish and beef. Not a string of bacon or sausage to be found. No charcuterie, hard salami. Sad day in the market.
I kick a barrel. I assume there's plenty of barrels around.
Plenty of empty barrels, and you can see
Kick 'em.
signs up everywhere.
I kick a barrel
Out of
out of
pork.
frustration.
Ruby!
What?
Stuffing a lemon cupcake in my mouth. If you're looking for something to eat, don't forget the cottage beef bar. It's right down there. Oh, that was good.
I will report there is good news that when we did leave, the tower, we had substantial supplies of bacon.
Well, there you go.
Substantial supplies of bacon, actually. This is fact, we do.
Oh.
We have a ton of bacon up in the tower.
Easy money then.
It's not about the money, it was the stealing part I wanted.
You can
Oh,
steal
you don't want to be a
Dante.
pork baron?
Well, Baron isn't as much fun of as in a name.
I mean, you're already warrior queen of the Fae. What do you want?
More?
Doctor, warrior queen of the Fae?
Pig Princess
Oh,
has a
listen.
great ring to it.
There's just an endless amount of names and titles that I could accumulate, and I am all for all of them. Baron, though?
It's a swine swindler?
Oh, it's even
that sounds
better.
fun.
The swine swindler of
I like
Waterdeep.
that one. If I could steal it from someone, that would be great.
Tell you what, you can
Steal
go
it from
steal it
ourselves?
from our cloud castle and then give it to all the poor people down here.
That's not how that works. You
Dante
can't
will close his
steal it
eyes and
from
turn
yourself.
around, and you can take his bacon. I'm
That's not how this works. We'll just give it to them because we're nice people.
not gonna give it to him.
Well,
They
give it to
said they
them.
paid double for it.
We don't even need the money.
Well,
We're
you don't need the money.
Kids of everything. What
I
more
need the
do
money.
you need? What do you need?
Stuff.
Needs a new coat.
Yeah, it's not gonna pay for itself. I need to repair the ship.
Fine.
Need to pay for Histor giving gold away to little girls.
Hey, I didn't give gold away. I bought us some cupcakes.
And then some.
Have you seen how much this giant eats? Either one of them?
I guess it's nice that you tip and you tip well. It's a sign of a good person. You should always tip well, but fine. Okay, so we'll sell it and we'll use it to buy Alice a coat, to fix up the ship. So we have a ship and then the floating castle. Well, maybe our hippogriffs are still there too.
You will become the pork pariah.
Ooh, that's a good name. I like that, Cheekios.
That does sound good. Let's do that. All right, fine. I'm fine with that. It's not as fun, but it's a good backup idea. So I
Here you go,
accept it.
Ruby. We have Emery sacrifice the ship and the pork pariah, the cloud castle.
You are not good at naming things.
That wasn't my name. Fine, be that way. I've got cupcakes.
It's good. All right, let's go take our cupcakes back and then we'll get into our castle and we'll make it rain pork. Deal?
It's like a dream I once had. We're not going to get into that now.
I
Dreamed
don't.
about
The
Oh,
roaring
you had a
Orc thing.
dream?
selling pork
For
to
the
a
first
town.
time, I don't.
Madron in it?
No, Harsnack's right. You don't want to know about this dream.
No, you don't. He told me
It
one
started
time.
with-
I can't unhear
Yeah.
it.
Started with raining bacon and ended up in a sex orgy.
All right, I'm good.
Plus,
Let's
you
keep
said you weren't
walking.
gonna tell us.
I'm
Well, I
good.
didn't give you the details. Harsnack got the details.
That was more
details?
details than we needed.
Just put it this way: if you see a place named the Timid Lizard, don't go inside. It's that easy.
Wasn't so timid after we were done with it. That was for
All right,
sure.
I'm not old enough to hear this story. I am leaving.
I'm too old to hear this story. Go walk away.
Ah!
Fun fact, the Timid Lizard is one of Beth's Velvet Grundle, like, original locations. That's a throwback to a stream that was on Twitch 2.5 years ago.
Truly a dream at this point.
As you guys gather your things and your fresh lemon cakes and what's rest of the hot cookies. And you make your way through the trade ward, headed up towards the northern ward, where you can still see your pork pariah, your castle in the sky. Histor, next time when we come back down, we are going to the Haze Maze.
I just can't have so many of these stiffs along with us. I mean, we'll take Harshnag, but those other... We'll be hitting just all day long.
I want hookah and hazy IPAs. This is all that I want. I have not had one in so long.
Since the last time we were here. Unless you did some stuff in the Fae I didn't know about.
Yeah, there's always things in the Fae that you will never know about, but yes.
I tell you about that dream?
I don't want
Never
to know
mind.
about your dream. The sounds of hammers and nails and boards being put back up get stronger. You've never actually been to the front gate in... Actually, no, you have been to the front gate. This is a long time ago that you've been up to the front gate. You can see the large spirals of Lord Roaringhorn's mansion as bits and pieces are still torn off, being put back together in its same eccentric style. It really reminds me, when I think about it, of those levels that you would see in Mario Brothers 3 that extended into the sky. These crazy towers that make their way up into the clouds. You can hear them fastening the panels of glass back up to the top of the roof. As you can see the armed guards out front, extra reinforcements. I want you to roll a perception check, though.
$26.
Same, except minus 20. That would be 6.
23.
As you look out onto the lawn, you notice these machines. You look at them, you can see that they have what looks like mechanized legs. Large cannons for arms. Egg-shaped like center cockpit, where you can see a single guard sits in control of this machine that is kicking out, giving off steam. It's like nothing that you've ever seen before.
That's new. Hey, Ruby. Try not to piss one of those things off, will you?
I would never do something. Okay, fine. Whatever.
These are not entirely new. You may have heard them during the attack. They were blasting through the ice walls. A new technology forged here in conjunction with both the city government and the Hoppers. It's like a mobile cannon.
Not bad. Wonder if they make them in giant size. Strap you in one of those and send you after Sansuri, huh?
I'll eat these little shits for breakfast.
That sounds like a terrible breakfast.
You eat shit for breakfast?
Yeah, I eat shit for breakfast. If I don't
Guess
get any
that's-
pork.
Efficient of you. Very weird Bear Grylls move.
You don't want to know what we've had to live off of in the north when the harvest is low.
Let me guess. Ice.
The yellow snow?
Closer.
Ugh. Whale poop. The whales poop? I don't know.
Yes. Even your whale's poop, Ruby.
Oh, well, that's a unique delicacy of your culture that I'm sure you appreciate as a survival thingy.
I think everyone needs to get some sleep.
That, I think you're 100% right on, Cheekio.
Yeah.
I think we need to make our way up into the Roaring Horn Estate and gather ourselves. Everyone sounds a little bit off this morning.
That's probably a good idea.
We were never the greatest morning people in the first place.
Or just people in general.
You were not wrong. As you guys make up the long promenade, this time not filled with servants pouring out delicious appetizers of bacon-wrapped scallops and little smokies. No elk tongue Reubens. Just emptiness except for a handful of folks, which I think never actually leave the veranda. It's constantly time there to drink an Arnold Palmer, whether it's the morning or the afternoon. As you push past those nobles dressed like it's the Fifth Element Part 2. You walk back in through the large front double doors for the first time into the main ballroom. Eerily empty and under construction. With not the same shine and grandeur that you've seen it in before. You can see the barrels of beer from the festival still stacked there up at the top railing.
Place has a whole different feel to it when there's not a party going on. Or
Kind of
after
eerie.
by ice giants.
It is strange being back. Be honest,
Looks strange. Not having like 12 servants run up to us.
I didn't expect to be back here. Never expected to make it back here.
Well, let's go make our presence known. Yes? Well, at least say hello.
As we pause in the middle of the room, there's a handful of servants that come out. Well, this is certainly unexpected. So soon. I see. Well, most of you have returned. Follow me, I will prepare your chambers. You will no doubt need to rest. I will send message to Lord Roaringhorn that all of you have arrived back.
Thank you.
Thanks.
He shows you each a small hanging card. If you're hungry or need any supplies delivered to your room, just turn around the green side on the front. We will come and assist. The man smoothed out his fine tailored tuxedo and adjusts his front bow tie, kind of tucks back his graying hair. Remember, just flip the card. That is all you need. If you're done, leave it on the red side.
Got it.
Leads you guys back up to the second level. Place that you haven't been since you were doing beer bongs. Fond memories. Guys get taken to a series of chambers, all decked out in Victorian style, fine wallpaper, large beds with fresh sheets, everybody with their own individual room. Surprisingly, when you walk in and you step in between each of your own chambers with ornate tapestries and rugs on the ground, when you close the door, you hear no sound, no construction, no ringing.
I don't like this. I'm gonna leave my door open. It's too quiet.
Oh.
It's uncomfortable.
You can set the atmosphere to whatever you would like inside the room. Sure.
I'll just take the natural sound. That works for me.
You open up the door. Just all the loud sounds of the atrium. Be my guest. It is your sleep to be had.
Thank you. Kind of peek my head out. Are you guys still awake or did you go to bed?
It's just still standing in the doorway. Not asleep yet.
This feels very different. Like nice, but also cold at the same time.
Been to a battlefield after a battle?
No, well, I mean, we've cleaned up after a few things, but...
Next day, there's a graveness in the air. Something about recovery. It's not joyous. It's not happy. It's just something that needs to get done. It's not comforting. It's not warming. But it's necessary. Last time we were here, a lot of people died, including our friend Harshnag.
Do you
There'll be
think they blame
celebrations
us?
again. They might.
I mean, they only came because we had, what, the conch? And we did that stuff to Saint Suri, so...
But someone like Lord Roaringhorn knows when he chooses friends like us, there's certain inherent risk. So, while under each hammer blow they may curse our name, understand that what we're here to do is important.
Right, of course. Well, we'll do what we need to do here, figure things out, and then perhaps we shouldn't push for the party It's not exactly a party atmosphere anymore.
I knew it wasn't going to be. I kind of got all those cupcakes for the people working on the tower. It's never about us. It's about what they're doing here. Cities of the people. People believe in things like Lord Roaringhorn. Gives them hope.
Right.
What you need to invest in.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. I'm gonna go try to sleep now.
Close the door. Put the pillow over your head.
It's too quiet. It's weird, and I don't like fake sounds. It's not the same, and I'll know it's fake.
Enjoy it while you can. Might be the last best night's sleep you get in a long time.
Cheekios already has a turkey leg in his hand.
Really? Where did you even get that?
I immediately went over to my door and I was hungry.
It's just gonna turn over to his handle that's down by his right side and flip the cart to green and look over at Ruby. Full belly never hurt to go to sleep too, right?
Nah, that's true.
Literally, when you flip, there are 3 servants that come out from the side that open up platters with both a carving station for prime rib, smoked salmon, and one with a pile of turkey legs. Small fourth comes back by with a large tray of cheesy potato casserole with fresh chives.
So hungry.
Be still, my beating heart. Give me a plate of the potatoes. Give me a 3-inch cut of prime rib, extra horseradish, and a leg. 2 legs. I might get hungry.
As they provide for you, piling out these plates, there's one individual with a small tin that looks like a caviar container. And upon further inspection, Ruby, with your nose, you can smell smoked pork. It's literally a small ration container of bacon bits.
Oh no, you keep that for yourself, little. No, we don't need the bacon. No, that's okay. I'd feel terrible about that.
Lord Roaringhorn's supply. He spares no expense.
Here, I won't tell anyone, but you can have it, okay? You eat it, you enjoy it. No, it's...
Will not have the opportunity. This is for...
It's fine, eat it on the way back.
Insist that there be bacons involved in these potatoes.
I insist. It's fine. It's fine. Pretend. It's our secret. No one needs to know. Here, stand behind me and just eat it right now. I'm gonna just stand in front of him. Just move in front and hold the can behind my back. Like, eat it faster.
Now, Ruby Shore.
Yes.
Oh no. Here he comes.
I did not lose my leg for you not to enjoy the baking around here. As you look over, and there's Shirok with a peg leg. It is an ornate one.
You look great. It is a fantastic look for you.
There he is.
You're helping me feed my heart with kindness.
Everyone around town right now would kill for that pork caviar.
I know, but I've killed enough lately, so I just thought it might be nice for me to do something not
I understand,
wise.
but those Bel Air potatoes demand to have a little bit of roast pork on top of it.
No, they don't. Listen, I'm listening to them right now. I'll put my ear to the mashed potatoes. or whatever, casserole. Nothing. They're saying nothing because they can't talk.
It is good to see you are still the bastion of poor taste in food.
That's fine. I accept that.
At least nothing has changed.
Nope. It's fine. I'll let them eat it. Is the guy behind me eating the bacon bits yet?
No, he is not eating the bacon bits.
Oh my gosh! I'm gonna take some from the can and I'm just gonna stuff some in his mouth.
No, oh.
Good.
I have
Just keep his mouth shut until he swallows it.
so you swallows the bacon.
Perfect. Do I have any left in the can?
Oh yeah, I mean there's
Perfect. What's the next servant closest to me?
yeah, you move to the next one. This one's a little bit taller,
Yes.
skinnier.
That's fine. I grab some more from the can and I just stuff it in their mouth.
No, this time just teeth clenched. It's like you just pushing the bacon into him.
It's just
going,
in their lips.
No.
You have to. You have to. I'm gonna take my claws and I'm gonna pry open his teeth. You won't eat this. You won't eat this.
This is precisely why she needs to get some sleep. She's out of her mind. Now,
Ruby,
Let me do this.
I have come back with my bathrobe.
Go to bed.
Just stuffing all the bacon in their mouth.
I take some of the bacon you're trying to stuff and I put it on top of my turkey leg, and I've already had a pipe lit. I look like Hugh Hefner walking around here. I am settling in. I have my time life wave creator machine going. Histor, if you want to stop by, I had some of the servants bring by some fresh hashish, if you don't mind.
I like where your head is at. I gotta I'm gonna catch up with Shirok first.
Yeah, it's good to see you, Shirak.
It's my cue to leave. I'm going to bed. I'm gonna take whatever bacon I can with me. And I'm not eating it, I'm just taking it with me.
You take
For
the
now.
It's about the size of a Spam container.
I take it. Perfect.
Oh wow, that's a lot. That's a bacon ration right there.
It is a bacon ration.
I'm holding on to it for now.
Never change, Miss Shore. Never change.
Mhm,
Mr.
yes.
Histor!
I slam my door shut.
There's that voice I've been dying to hear since the ice giants decided to descend upon us. All right, come here, give me a hug.
Come here, you big oaf.
I have missed your cooking, by the way. I can admit that.
I can
haven't-
smell
haven't
something
gained-
else on you, though.
Yes, I stopped by the Glaze Maze
Now,
and I got some lemon
you
cupcakes.
just couldn't hold off. I was going to try to work my nose and see if I could pick that up, Mr. Histor.
You and Tormund and your nose, I swear.
What's what we live by, sir. Sorry for the sir part. You get used to it by being around here, you know.
I know. Have you been getting along with your leg?
Yeah, real truth is I never really needed it anyway. never was much for a lot of physical activity. So it's not bad. I mean, if I was running my own shop, it'd be a different story, but here there's always enough people to go and get everything I need. It's more about what's up here than it is down here.
Yeah, but you know, I know you're a true craftsman. You like to get in there and get your hands in the dough.
Well, as a matter of fact, you can look down here. I got a few attachments. It's actually quite convenient. I can hang, and you look down there, and it is. He actually has a spatula, a whisk, like it's some barbecue tongs. Like he's got this thing kitted out. It's kind of like I got a cabinet around with me.
It's probably the most impressive wooden leg I think I've ever seen, except for one that had a blunderbuss in it one time. Some salty old sailor at a salt marsh.
Oh,
That's
God.
that's good for you.
Speaking of salty old sailors, I guess you've heard everything not able to get pork because of what happened in Saltmarsh.
Yeah, we were there.
Yeah.
Malachar, Sea God, a little bit of trouble.
If you ask me, I think somebody's holding out. There's too many people willing to pay over here. There just is.
Well, honestly, if we had more time, it'd be nice to go out and see if we could solve the pork problem that this place has.
And if you find out, I don't want to know how Lord Roaringhorn is getting it. I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
When a great man like Zelron brings you something, you don't ask him how he got it.
Don't want to know.
Smart. You know, I found something else when we were on our travels up there, way up in the north.
Oh. What's that?
Remember when those frost giants were looking for your dad? You were on the run. We found you, set to be carried away as leverage to get him to come out of hiding.
Yeah. Kind of been the life story, you know?
Well, your dad was a harper. And he was traveling with your mother.
I've been able to learn that much.
Probably why Lord Zelron's so akin to you. Once a harper, always a harper, and they tend to take care of their own.
Yeah. Kind of figured that out after a while. He was one of Dad's friends. No doubt about it.
But you don't understand.
No doubt
It was
about
more
it.
than that. The Ring of Winter was something that he was charged with. Something that he had to get as far away from you as possible. Now, the good news and bad news about this is the Ring of Winter is not going to be a problem anymore. The bad news is
What do you mean the Ring of Winter's not going to be a problem anymore?
when we found the Ring of Winter, it was in the possession of a Jarl.
I mean,
I need you
yeah.
to listen for a second.
I mean, I kind of put two and two together there. When everything
Yeah.
happened the way that it did.
Understand, your mom and your dad were doing the best thing they could, getting that ring as far away from you as possible. And I found them. Not separate, not individually. I found them together. In the hull of a boat. They went to the eternal plane beyond with one another. And while I'll leave the burial up to you, I've carried them with me since the moment I found them to now. They were very proud of you. They loved you more and deeper than any parent could.
Mr.
Read the
Histor,
journals.
I mean, no disrespect. Just because they were my bloodline doesn't mean I think about them as my mother or father anymore. And I appreciate what you've done, but I'll be fine without whatever you brought back.
I'll ask you this before I do it then.
Mr. Histor, just you can send that back to Mr. Roaring Horn. He can do what he wants.
It's not about Zelron. I'm going to set them loose to the wind. You can join me on the balcony, and we can set them loose together.
Mr. Histor,
Or I can do it by myself.
in this life, we have choices. And it's my choice to leave them as they left me. So, in my last moment with them, I will choose to retreat to the kitchen. If you don't mind.
That's what you want.
Srock turns around and begins heading back down the stairs.
Histor, just under his breath, mutters to himself, never gets easy. But I guess if it did get easy, I should seriously question myself. See, reaches down into underneath his armor, pulls out that sack, hold it in his hand. Turn around and go in his room and shut the door.
That is where we will take our first break. A heavy break, dude.
Oof.
Oh,
A heavy break.
Tough moments. Big surprise from Sirach, to be honest.
Srock holds a grudge. Yeah, I didn't think you would expect that, Bruin.
He gets to make
Wow.
that choice.
He's been sitting back after all of this, now looking at where he's at, knowing it's everything he does is pity, pity, pity. Oh, it's stewing on him bad. He's not in a moment of being able to reflect. Even if he truly knew what their sacrifice was, it doesn't matter to him. It's
Well,
Brent
part of their
Langer sounds
sacrifice
familiar.
was being a father or a mother. They sacrificed that. Not just their lives, but their role and their
He can't see it.
responsibility.
He's way too blinded in his own feelings. That is the one thing that conquers all. Your own emotions will conquer reason and logic.
and he hasn't had the time to process it fully either.
Mm-hmm.
And he's
And it is.
fucking bullheaded. You know,
I empathize with his character. I think it's hard because while it may seem like they were the only ones for it, it's still always a choice.
They
It's hard to
certainly
see
could have done it
choice on the
better.
other side, though.
They certainly could have done it better.
Mm-hmm. And the fact that both of them did that. Like, it wasn't even a choice that maybe one of them stay behind.
Yeah, the both of them part really.
Yeah. I mean, it's easy. I can see why he feels abandoned.
Yeah.
Because of the way they did it.
Oh.
Anyway, I'm gonna go get something to drink.
Yep. Go ahead.
It's brutal, dude. Yeah. No tears for Sirach. Yeah. No getting to hug it out, bro. No. It's just. Whoa.
But I mean, that's human emotion right there. That it's not knowing that position, where that person's coming from, or what. You think you're doing something good, and basically you've just validated the anger.
Yeah, no, it's the experience of knowing foster kids when they've been reached out to later in life. That's the mid-20s reaction, not the reaction in their 30s or their 40s later on. That's I'll do it myself.
I can remember dealing with death at that age too.
It's too soon then.
All right. Whew. You want to go? Or you want me to go?
You go ahead. I got him.
All right, I'll be right back.
Yeah, we got to get this onion goblin, man. I'm telling you, it's on my workflow. We're going to get this onion goblin. It's going to be a glorious onion goblin emote. Who would have thought Sirach would turn into that, right? Strong, man. Everything's a little bit different post the attack. There's a lot to unpack with him, and he just don't even want to hear it. Yeah, he don't even want to hear it. We're going to be playing a small ad, guys. If you're a sub, you won't even see the sucker. Help support us, and it'll stop the pre-roll.
You humming to the background music?
It's the Skyrim effect.
Oh, I know all about the Skyrim effect. Been ranting about it for 2 fucking days. Every single game has to be a 600-hour ordeal.
Why not?
Ever since Skyrim, every game gets turned into a giant open world MMO light.
I'm getting some more RP fuel. I'll be back.
Hit it. Yeehaw.
Histor just carrying around those ashes forever.
Yep, pretty much.
Just
at
forever.
At least you know his character to the point of where he knows he can't let that go.
Yeah, I'm gonna go let these into the wind, and if you don't come, that's fine. I'm like, yeah, bullshit.
Yep, dude. Fuck, if you don't know that bluff.
Sure, pal.
Yeah, go ahead. All that fucking teenage angst, man. Use them for material components. Yes. I'm going to forge an obsidian sword out of the ashes of Artis Semper.
That would be something.
D&D is, that's what that is.
All right, I brought the popcorn.
Where's mine?
You wanted some?
Every time we do
Oh,
this,
snap.
this is an every week thing. You always bring me a bowl. Not this week.
Well,
Because
hey,
you
guess
took me
what?
for granted.
RoBear's not back. So get your ass to the kitchen, grab a bowl, go into her studio, and get some.
No, hold on.
I
I
don't
said I
even
was
want
sharing.
popcorn. I just was being a dick.
You want popcorn. You want popcorn to the same level that I want popcorn right now.
We ate a Brazilian steakhouse tonight. I'm actually pretty good. I'm solid.
Can you guys hear me chewing?
No.
Okay, good.
Also, every time I eat popcorn, I'm disappointed it's not kettle corn.
You know, if you make popcorn in a pan, you
That's
can
what
make
you
a
said.
kettle corn real easy.
That's what you said last week.
Mangweisers, dude. Mangweisers.
I like to eat popcorn like a lizard. Do you know that your tongue, like the popcorn sticks to your tongue?
Did we know that as people who have eaten popcorn our entire lives?
Yep. Some people don't know. I had a friend who didn't know how to breathe properly, and she was in her 30s till she found out how to breathe properly.
How do you teach someone how to
What do you mean?
breathe?
Yeah. Your brain does that for you.
She was breathing ineffectively. Her doctor told her that. She wasn't breathing right.
What is she like? Short of breath? Like
She did more
30
breathing
years
like
panting.
upper
like-
body rather than like the full expansion. I'm just saying. I'm just sharing what she shared.
I can't breathe.
30 years of panting like a dog.
That's exhausting. If there's anything, I need to breathe more.
I'm just not taking anything for granted, okay?
Perfect timing for that emote.
Go ahead and mark your sheets with a long rest.
During this night, by the way, I would really like to be able to sneak out and leave the can of bacon where some of the workers are staying. Just gonna hide it down there.
You wake up and this is like it's kind of like the drunk pass out after the Mardi Gras parade. This is where you wake up when normally people are sneaking off to bed. It's like 9-10 o'clock at night. Go ahead, roll me a stealth check.
Happily. Okay, that will be a 17.
You make your way down the steps, past the construction, towards the kitchen, down the line to the servants' quarters, where you can hear subtly in the background, sounds like a game of cards. You get a little bit closer. Oh yeah, they're totally. A group of the servants is drinking and playing cards and relaxing after a long day of service.
What kind of cards?
Well, you can't see them right now. You're just listening.
Mm-hmm.
You can ascertain by their voices that they're playing spades.
I don't know how to play spades. Okay. In spades, is there like a pot that someone can win?
Oh, there's a lot of money going on in spades.
Perfect. I'm gonna walk in quietly and I'm just going to set it the can in the middle of the pot and say, "That's for the winner. You all have a good night," and I'm just gonna leave as soon as I can.
Come.
And I leave.
I told you, Jim, that was the one that was putting bacon into my mouth. What a strange tabaxi. You know how expensive this bacon is right now? We look at each other. It doesn't take very long before they all start taking pinches. Sneak back up to your room to finish off your rest. Individually, as you guys all begin to wake up and smell the smells of fresh pour over coffee.
Oh yeah.
Don't know how it got there, but it's in your room. Cheekios is passed out on a beanbag chair. At this point, there was one drink up on the counter, full robe displayed back. But the funny thing is, the beanbag chair, it's in your room, Histor.
I was wondering, whose room are we in? Because after I closed the door, I immediately went somewhere, or somebody came in. I had a feeling.
I drug it over to you after I saw you having the conversation with Sirach.
Oh yeah, I'm 100% assed out on the floor.
That shit was heavy, man. And I'm not talking just about the Hishi.
What? All I can see is pink elephants in my head right now. I need coffee.
It's up there. It's quite good.
I know it smells good. Smells better than any trail coffee I ever had with Diract.
Cheekios, like that one dirty friend that you have in college, he just goes ahead and starts lighting a new set of coals on the same old hookah.
Good morning.
Oh, you're a godsend. That and the coffee, I should be right in no time. By Bahamut's blessing, be ready to go by the time the sun hits high noon. Probably gonna log myself up and grab my coffee.
I would like to barge into the room, like slam open the door.
Of course. Ruby.
Good morning. I see you're both awake. It is time to release the bacon. Come on.
Ruby,
We're
not gonna create the bacon rain yet. We have to talk to Lord Roaringhorn before we get out of this place.
There's always one more thing we have to do.
Chances are he's gonna want us to do something. You gotta talk to him, and then we're gonna have to pick up our boat with our cloud, and then we're gonna have to go to Sansuri and fight the air god and fight Malakar, and then there could be bacon.
No. That's so much. That just sounds like we should start the making the rain pork thing before we go talk to him. You love these people. You love people.
I haven't had enough coffee yet, and my head feels 7 sizes too small for my brain right now. Just relax. I thank you for saying that my head is that big, but it's a combination of Cheekios' hashish and my own self-guilt that is causing my head to feel like it's splitting open right now.
Why do you have guilt? What did you do?
Never mind.
No.
When shit got real, you retreated to your room.
Listen, I was working on the plan that I had to execute that night. I had work to do.
Got it. Cat burglar. Hopefully, whatever you did changed the world.
It did. It made 2, 3, 5 people, however many. We didn't actually say, did we? Some people are very happy. I made their world better.
Speaking
Now
of your
we are-
shitstorm, Histor, just hold on to the ashes for a while. We will get him copies of the notebook. And I mean copies because I'm scared to give him original and he might burn it or throw it away. We'll keep sending him until he reads it. We'll leave the ashes here and they don't have to be dealt with now. Maybe a few years down the line, he will feel differently than what he feels now.
Dante,
Didn't handle it well.
I'll
Dante is
tell you
not in
right
the room.
now. Who was that? Was Cheekios?
Yeah,
That sounded like Dante.
that's Cheekios.
Cheekios, there are two things I hold to me right now. One is this coin that I know will get me to where Torment is. The others is this bag of ashes. It holds Artis Semper and his wife. One I do as a father. The other I hold for a father. And he just tucks them back underneath his armor where he's been stashing them on either side of his chest.
Just one big group of shitty fathers clubs in this room.
I'm not one yet.
Fucking somebody's gonna have to make it right sooner or later. Maybe one of us will rise above.
Maybe
Probably
one person
me.
will have redemption.
Me. I'm just kidding. I would be a terrible father.
Actually, you know what?
In agreement.
You'd make a pretty good dad.
Thank you. I
You
know
just
how to
need to
throw
work-
a ball. That sounds important, right?
You need to work on your corny jokes more.
Hmm.
You know what a pun is?
Hmm. You say them a lot, don't you?
Yeah, you can say that Histor Faust is a pretty punny guy.
I don't want to be a father. Nope. Take it back. All that fun seems no. I'm good.
I do not want any part of this. I reach over and I grab a large pair of headphones. They look
You're
like
really-
headphones. They look like headphones. They're not headphones, but they're like sleeping blinders. Just to silence out the world. And I put them on and I take a long draw off the hookah.
Twitter.
That's rude.
Do not
He's
tell
in
me
his own world.
who is rude. Like resituate and facet them.
He can't hear you.
He will haunt you even in your pastimes.
What? Are you okay?
I am fine.
If you can hear us, what are those things for anyway? Also, you sounded very defensive for someone who says they're okay.
I just want to relax a little bit before I go off to go die again. That's all.
Well,
Just
I'll tell
taking
you
a
what you
little
won't die
moment-
over is making it rain pork. You
We-
like to make people happy.
If there is a swine swindle to be had, then we will do it, but every day, all I do is I think about everyone else's problems and everyone else's shit 24/7, and I'm presented the chance to be in fine robes and to drink coffee and smoke hashish, and here we are back again. When I wake up, we're talking about doing the same shit. I just want a little bit of time that doesn't involve somebody else's fucking problems other than my own. Which I don't have my own problems anymore. I just exist.
Easy, old
Okay.
friend.
I'm gonna
Just-
sit cross-legged in front of him.
Zone out. Smoke some more
I don't
hashish.
want anybody to tell me what to do. As I pick it up and I go, no, I'm not someone to be psychoanalyzed today. I am not someone else's issue. Picks it up and he drags his beanbag chair like a small child back to his room.
I'm gonna try to grab it. I'm
Fine,
gonna sit
take
on
the
it.
beanbag
I'm gonna
chair.
sit on it. No. He is acting like a child.
I am. It's my time.
What has happened?
Just let him have this moment. He's having a difficult time right now.
But
Hey, we all got our own shit. No doubt about that. We worked that out on the boat. He's having a moment. Just let him have it.
He comes back in.
Yeah.
I can still hear you, and I'm not having a moment. I just want to have some R&R, and every time we're going to talk about what else we are going to do. And I understand that. We know that our friend's off, and he's dying somewhere, just like the planet is dying, and the city is dying, and this piece is dying. I just want to take a few moments where that does not exist. Last time we were trying to R&R, we had a terrorist attack, and now we're sleeping in a moment in a place where we just had that attack. I'm sensitive to these things. I can feel the lines of the plane stronger than a little bit everyone else. So if you give me just a moment to sit here and drink my coffee, have a little smoke, not think about how shitty the world is, that would be fine. And I will be back in a few minutes. That'll be great.
mm-hmm.
Just gonna look at Ruby and do one of these.
Unsuffering, patronizing piece.
I'm just gonna pour some coffee in the corner of the room and sip it and look out a window. The sky is really nice today.
Well, apparently, since the party is here, we'll slide on over to the door and just flip it to green. Maybe they'll bring hollandaise sauce this time.
Haven't been yelled at like that in a long time.
Ruby, here's one thing I've come to understand. We're all prone to biting each other's heads off. That's just who we are. But, you know, we all got to have that moment just to prove that we're still alive. And I can kind of relate to Cheekios. I would love to spend a couple of hours not thinking about somebody else's shit. But unfortunately, I'm awake. And it's not just about me. So I'm going to drink my coffee. We're going to find Lord Zelron. We're going to figure out what our next move is. And then as we leave this fucking town, we can rain bacon all over everybody.
That is acceptable.
And until then, when they bring breakfast and another cup of coffee because this one's empty.
You look up and there's a matching cup of coffee magically on the front cart.
They are magical. I swear, it scares me how good they are.
This is why I love Waterdeep.
You hear the small ring of a bell as that breakfast cart has made its way by, as there's lox bagels and smoked salmon and a large tub of hollandaise sauce, fresh flapjacks, a massive pile of butter.
Ruby, check this one out. Histor goes to the cart, grabs a pancake, grabs a slice of smoked salmon, grabs a pancake, covers it in hollandaise sauce, and then throws a pat of butter on the top.
This is one way to eat things. Is that like a sandwich to you?
Kind of like it. But you get the best of everything. All these flavors mixed in together. And you get this light pillowiness. Hold on. As he cuts into it.
You see Cheekios walk back out with his robe and his earmuffs on just to make a small McGriddle. Grabs a sausage patty and a pancake and just dips it in syrup and then walks past.
Every breakfast to someone else is your own. Go ahead, eat up. I'm gonna finish this, which is amazing.
I'm just gonna eat the salmon, plain and simple.
Picking the small capers, flicking them away.
This'll be enough. You keep all your extra stuff. If I'm going to do all the extra, I'll just go back down to the shop and visit Elise. Get some more cookies. Cookies.
Wonder if Harshnag ate all those cupcakes last night.
I don't think I got a single one.
Well, you know what? Chances are, if you didn't, and Harshnag didn't finish them all, the rest of the workers got them. But again,
That's true.
that was kind of the idea.
That's okay. I got some cookies. I'll get some more today. It'll be easy. It'll feel relaxing. And you can give her another 15 gold coins or however much you gave her.
It was only 6. Relax.
Only 6. I don't know. I don't know how much they should cost.
That
if you were to
shop-
tell me 20, I'd be like, that's fine.
That shop doesn't turn 6 gold in a day on any day, even being as good as it is. And if it's not, good. Good on him.
Good on
and
him.
her. And his family.
That's true. We'll build their small empire of cupcakes. And maybe then they'll expand to other cities and we can get them anywhere.
Well, well, well. If we don't have the new members of the land of the living, the conquerors of the north,
I'll accept all of those titles, thank you.
Zalron, I wondered when you were going to make an appearance.
Stopped by, but everybody was sleeping, and rightfully so.
Was it your magic that worked its way to this coffee that's in our room?
You think I can? You think I can remember what magical properties I've used to produce the coffee around here anymore? Boy, you are sadly mistaken. That is the arcane relics of my daddy's daddy is still persists to this day. That's been in. He can't quite possibly demand of me this many generations later to try to remember what kind of magic is used here. But it still works nonetheless, and the day that it breaks will be a sad day.
I haven't had coffee so good as long as I can remember.
It's certainly something special.
Today. So what's been keeping you, Lord Zelron?
What's been keeping me? Well, since I went to go hide in seclusion the day the attack happened, I've been dwelling on trying to how to fix these problems, considering there's no guarantee whether you would succeed or not. Been a lot of things in place.
Frost giants are taken care of.
Harshnag has informed me, and we have drank whiskey till the wee hours. Well, no, I guess it would be the wee hours of your sleep, but he's enjoying a comfortable whiskey nap, shall we say. He's informed me on quite a lot.
Good. Sounds like I don't need to update you on anything.
I did not expect for most of you to make it back here, let alone be successful. He's told me to sacrifice. I live in a profession where this is the norm.
Well, we are not normal.
You are certainly not normal, Miss Ruby Shore.
Did he tell you about the new addition to our party?
Oh, yeah.
Loss of Emery.
He told me of his
Gaining our old
sacrifice.
friend Valas.
He did.
Good.
There's a lot to discuss and honor his sacrifice here. We will get to that soon. I'll be dead honest, we still have too much vengeance on the mind before we can process and honor the fallen. There's still much work to be done.
Yeah, that you're not wrong. Let me ask you something, Lord Zelron. What happens when a sea god and an air god meet?
Well, you can see what happened the last time when somebody from the air wanted to mess with somebody from the cold north. Somebody got screwed.
Yep.
You don't trust any of them.
That's kind of why we're here. Our friend Nightcock was taken prisoner by Yancy Ben. Our friend Valas is crawfished by his friend Malakar, who is now the sea god, taking place of Senegal. They're on their way to a castle in the sky. Got one god out of his element and one god very much in his element. That's kind of the situation we're looking at right now, and that's kind of the reason we're here.
It's a bit of a mess, to put it simply. A lot of weird things going on.
No doubt. I can tell you from our end, there'll be a large briefing inside my study. I will inform you of the wheels that I have put in motion. I have already sent Dante to the library of the Denier, given him my blessing, and granted him entry to one of our oldest and most established sources of information.
Sounds like that's a step in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
That and this fantastic coffee will get me just about where I need to be to start my day.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Ruby, have you seen Valas?
You think he's sleeping? My guess is he's probably already at the ship. Checking on it, making sure there are no scratches on it or something like that.
From outside the room, you just hear a constant rhythmic shing, shing. Valas has been sitting outside of the rooms all night, sharpening his sword.
Yep, there he is, the weirdo.
Literally sitting there the entire time that Sirach was having a talk with Histor, just in the background, meditating and then sharpening his sword for hours. But you just hear that from outside the room, just the constant sharpening of the stone on the metal.
The sound I'm glad I couldn't hear last night. Soundproofing on these doors, whether magical or not, that's a blessing.
Right. Hey,
Valas, quit
Get in here.
sharpening your damn sword. Come here and get some food, or at least some coffee. Want to introduce you to Lord Zelron, Roaring
Yeah.
Horn.
you've never
Man.
been here.
Also, you'll hear him get up and sheathe the sword and walk into view, and well, somebody has to watch out for all the shit that's coming our way.
Mr. Torg, I have heard that you are the navigator of this bunch. Welcome.
You know, as
Welcome
much
to
as
the
you can
Roaring Horn Estate.
much as you can navigate a herd of cats.
Didn't say you were here to gather up.
This is a nice place you have here. I was here briefly, but I didn't get to look around.
Okay, chat was wondering exactly where Kiki is at the moment.
Kiki stayed on the ship with Leroy. Valas jumped off without her, so it was fine.
She's still got her fur blanket. I can imagine just seeing this blanket move around the deck of the ship with Leroy.
Mm-hmm. Just huddled close to him. It's fine. Leroy just looks like a fancier skeleton right now. Little poof ball on his shoulder.
She be dazzling in his sleep.
She actually slept inside his rib cage with the blanket wrapped around her. It's like a perfect little holding cell.
Where's the fan art for that? You just dragging little pieces.
Snuggled in like a nest at the bottom of his rib cage that just holds her all together.
Oh, yeah.
Leroy pregnant with an undead monkey.
It's fine. She's a good bonding with Leroy, even if he has no brain.
He listens well.
Mm-hmm. Which is good because she even talks in her sleep.
At this point, you see Cheekios come back. He is all suited up for the morning with his cloak and all of his normal armor. Fresh cup of coffee.
Looks like you got your beauty rest.
Did you say that?
Too bad it didn't help.
Stay adorable.
I got you.
I spray him with a little bit of perfume. Helps cover up the undead.
Well, nothing I can do about that now.
Yeah, hopefully whenever you find your way back down in the maelstrom, you can figure out a way. There's no doubt that the group is capable of strange, low-odd outcomes. If you guys get yourself ready in next 10, 15 minutes, meet me back at the study. We have much to discuss.
Sounds like the reason we came here.
Mm-hmm. Let's go. I'm ready. But suddenly remembering Cheekios, maybe we could just take it easy for a bit and do some like yoga.
Put my hand over on your shoulder and just lean on you. We have swine to swindle first, Ruby.
Ah, thank you.
Always the hustler.
I don't know about you all, but I've been up waiting on you to finish sleeping so we could get moving.
You make it sound like such a task.
Well, I mean, the last time we let our guard down for even a second, Malakar showed up, so...
We're on land. What is he going to do?
Well, he might send Yanzi in. Or there may be more giants. We don't know.
He can't send Yanzi Ben. Yanzi Ben would not listen to him. Yanzi Ben sends people.
You know, they're all working together now. Sansuri, Yanzi Ben, Malakar. We have enemies everywhere we go. We don't have time to be sleeping.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sometimes it's fun. You know, you could probably still sleep for fun.
I don't need to sleep.
It's not that you need to.
We had
Sometimes-
Malakar in our grasp, and we let him go.
Ugh. Well, we can't do anything about it now, right?
No, but we can prepare for the next time.
Ugh. Don't you ever just want to sit down and nap?
I'll
That's
nap
my-
when I'm dead.
Ugh. You are dead. You are literally dead already.
It's an expression.
It's time for you to sleep. I won this. Done. You will sleep. You walked right into my trap.
Yeah. The way you walked down to the kitchen with that bacon last night.
I regret nothing. Also, I walked past the kitchen.
Wait,
So-
that was your secret mission? That's what you needed to do last night?
And she walked right past me.
I made a lot of people happy. It was important. They had a wonderful evening. My mission has already begun.
Swine swindler.
I know what I'm doing.
Well, when you all get your poo in a pile, I'll be in Zelron's study.
Yeah, let's go. He's gonna walk with you.
Fine.
You're really sitting there sharpening that thing all night?
Well, I mean, I meditated, but I don't have to sleep as long as you guys. And it was dull. And if I'm gonna cut
Right.
Malakar's head off, I'm gonna need a sharp blade.
But I need a sharp blade and a lot more than that. He's got that squid ship up there in the air with him. I'm afraid that he just might be able to channel more power than we're predicting.
Well, then we'll have to get some more power.
And that's why we're here.
Yeah. Shall we?
Yes, please lead the way.
As you guys make it back down the hallway to Lord Roaring Horn's massive study, as you guys walk in, the bar cart is all still there. Individual whiskeys and large glacier spheres poured in all. As you begin to count the glasses, there's one for everyone. And still even an extra sitting up on the bar. You come back to see that massive globe that is inside of his room of the world and the libraries and books held up on the sides as it smells of strong pipe tobacco. Colors of burgundy and gold line the room. Yes, I did account for our fallen friend and his love of that bar cart. I have left a glass for our friend Emery as well.
Need a little lemon to go with that. He would have hated it if it didn't have lemon.
Well, I heard you procured some lemon the first moment you came in town. That's what Harshnag told me. You can see him standing inside the room as well, with a much larger glass of bourbon.
Valas will walk up and grab one of these glasses of bourbon, which I'm assuming is, very nice sipping bourbon, and he's just gonna drink it all in one go. Put the glass back down.
We got chuggers and we got sippers. Mr. Tuorg is a chugger.
Someone who's spent a considerable amount of time being dead. I can tell you should drink while you got the chance.
That is a good life lesson.
I can sympathize with that completely. First, there's an order of gratitude that must be extended. Not only to the actions of you, when our fallen friend saved my life, but most of my estate. So thank you. guys have began to put your own plans in motion to end this chaos. So have I begun to spend mine back home. Since you've been gone, the number one priority of mine has been trying to find out the source of this treachery. There's no doubt in my mind one of the nefarious guilds of Waterdeep is responsible for the hit that was planned out and executed so well on my family's estate. I've taken matters into my own hands, contacted a particular group called the Black Clovers.
And what do these black clovers tell you?
They don't need to tell me anything yet. Their job is purely vengeance. While I do not always agree with their means, this is a time for no quarter and mercy for the people who are responsible.
I can respect that. That sounds like a legitimate group. They know what they're doing.
Should be getting a report back from them soon. We will find who is responsible for leaking out the information. And by God, if it is Xanathar, I will burn him to the ground for once and for all.
Oh, sounds like you've got a real thing for him.
He is a beholder that deserves an ass whooping. I should have done it a long time ago.
Well, you know, ass whooping's kind of personal, so.
Even if you deliver this ass whooping and find out who's responsible, you know, we in some ways have bigger fish to fry.
You do have bigger fish to fry, and that is why I've contacted the Black Clovers. This is a personal need for me.
Understood. What, in terms of what we need to do next, in terms of where we're going, I know you're a man of means. What preparations do you think you might help us make? We're going to need some firepower.
Well, preparations is one thing I do specialize in.
Yeah, I've been told as much.
We need something that can take down gods.
Conversations that we're having today. By God, I would rather be eating those hand-warmed sausages and taking one more of Emery's shitty lemon drops where I could run back and purge my throat with some quality bourbon. Unfortunately, these assholes have robbed us of this pleasure. But I do have a few tricks up my sleeve. Since Harshnag told me last evening of your presence, Valas. Been looking in the old treasure trove. Something that might be useful for you. Mudcat, please roll a 1d10.
Five.
We got a lot of gifts here from adventures long past. You've seen some of the items that I've given to the rest of these adventurers on their task. was certainly not short.
Well, anything you've got that could be of use. I don't know, not really sure what we could offer for them. Not sure if you care, but...
Well, we'll be handling the big problem, so that's kind of a gift.
You know, not all people deal in gifts.
About handshakes. I have a really good handshake.
You don't want to touch those paws.
No. Rude. I mean, from a dead man.
He pulls out a small gilded clamshell. Takes that clamshell, extends it out to your palm.
And what's this?
There's a single solitary pearl inside.
No disrespect, but I'm not making a necklace.
Why? It'd make you look prettier.
Not many pirates do. Whenever you need to reach down deep inside and pull out that old pearl, it'll give you the strength. Keep on fighting. You can add Pearl of Power to your sheet, and it regains a spell slot back from 3rd level or below.
And then I'll keep it handy then.
Hands you a greater healing potion as well. Try not dying again before you make it to the maelstrom. Maybe this will help you as well.
Yeah, that'll be, definitely don't plan on dying again. Not anytime soon anyways.
Becca, I need you to roll a 1d10.
Eight.
What the hell is this?
Perfect. That's the kind of response that I was looking for. That's the kind of stuff that I want.
Not many things leaves me speechless of how to incorporate as a gift is this one that I have just been given.
Perfect. I think.
So, this was originally supposed to be Kiki's gift.
Right.
Alice, I want you to give something nice for that vessel. Considering its name now, what it stands for. He points over to a large, ornate, Victorian-style mirror, 4 foot tall. When you look at it indirectly, you can also see faint images of creatures. See, this old mirror's been in my family for a long time.
Okay. Did you trap some of them in there?
Matter of fact, you can.
Oh. Well, you're serious. Okay.
Any creature other than your party that sees its reflection in the activated mirror within 30 feet must succeed a DC 15 charisma saving throw or be trapped.
Wait. What?
With anything it's wearing or carrying. In one of the mirror's 12 extra dimensional cells. This saving throw is made with advantage if the creature knows the mirror's nature.
Okay.
And constructs succeed on the saving throw immediately. The extra dimensional cell is an infinite expanse filled with thick fog. It reduces visibility to 10 feet. Creatures trapped inside these cells don't age. They don't eat, drink, or sleep. A creature trapped within the cell can escape using magic that permits planar travel. Otherwise, the creature is confined to that cell until it's freed.
This is fantastic. Oh my gosh. So you can only keep 12 in there at a time?
If the mirror traps a creature, but its 12 extra-dimensional cells are already occupied, the mirror frees one of the trapped creatures at random to accommodate the new prisoner.
How many are currently in there?
This mirror is quite old, Ruby Shore, and as you can see, it contains some creatures of the past that my family has encountered. There is no doubt that I would not suggest you exceeding the limit of those cells.
But how do I know when that's going to happen?
I can't tell. I've stared drunkenly into this mirror for hours in the evening, and I don't know what that number is. I have seen several forms and entities come to me over a period of time, and they are all quite frightening.
Great. That's wonderful. Okay. I love it. All right. I've got another question.
Whoever's magic item H this is amazing because I've never got to use this in D&D. This is fantastic.
Well, we know Kiki's not carrying it around.
Or will it trap a god?
Well, if they failed the charisma.
I doubt it'll trap your god because your god is going to have access to interplanar travel. When you're within 5 feet of the mirror, you can use your abilities to speak the name of a creature that's trapped in and call it out by its particular cell number, but unfortunately, I do not have the list of who was in here previous. No. If you can do that, the face will appear on the mirror surface and you can continue to communicate that way as you so choose.
I like this. This is a research project. I'm in. How heavy is this mirror?
This is a good 50 pounds, Ruby Shore.
F.
I don't think you're gonna be carrying that thing around.
Just bring it around wherever we go.
You're gonna have to trick people into.
Look at the mirror, bitch!
Tie it to the mast of the ship.
Give him a brand new coat and have him check it out in the mirror.
We got a hand cart and a blanket over the top, and we're like, behold!
Hey, you guys want to have
secret weapon?
Can we fit this in the bag of holding?
I know you want to fight, but let's fight
Or
inside this captain's cabin where there's
You
this cool mirror.
Bag of holding, or I've got a portal that's relatively empty after I channeled the crystal out of it.
Yeah. Both of those might be good options.
You want to shove it in your hole, then?
This is one
Do you want it on your boat? Is that the problem? You want it on your boat?
Oh.
Let's put it in the black hole for now. And that will be a good place where I can go and research it. And if things go bad, only I will be trapped in there and you can just keep everybody else safe. That'll be a safer spot where we can go in one at a time if we need to. But at least I can go in and try to figure out its secrets, perhaps.
If you go into the mirror, you're going into your own individual cell. It's not like you're going into general population.
I'm going into the black hole where we will keep the mirror and use that as a safe containment space for research in case, let's say, one accidentally gets out. Sort of.
Whatever you do, be careful.
I hate when she laughs like that.
Valas is going to walk over to this mirror and look behind it. Is there anything on the back of the mirror?
Roll an investigation check.
Oh, 24. Plus 9.
On the back of the mirror, there is some small script wrote. What appears to be from Roaring Horn's ancestors, speaking of an original safari where they took this thing out on cart. At that point, hunting some massive beast. Speaking of procuring it in a vast land far away, nicknamed the City of Brass.
What is the official name of this mirror?
Mirror of Life Trapping.
That's terrifying. Ooh.
Where exactly is the City of Brass?
City of Brass is on a complete different plane.
I guess it's no use to us to go there, is it?
Oh, I've got to use to go there.
Simply where the mirror came from.
Gotta go speak to a Duke Zalto of the Fire Giants.
What in God's earth do you have to do business with the Duke for?
Mister reaches out and pulls out his coin again. One of my sons is in that plane.
Oh God.
No, this just got fucking interesting.
Oh.
I intend to bring him back out again.
Maybe if we take this mirror to this city, they can tell us what's trapped inside.
Got other things to do first. We'll put it on the list.
That will take a while.
Seems to be growing day by day.
That's no joke.
As you see a man step back from the shadows who is clearly not in the room before, materialize before you. You speak of the city of brass. My apologies for making such a rude entrance. As he takes off his red hat with plumed black feather, tucks it down by the side. My name is Mirian Gray. And when you so need, I can help you get there. Just here is the Black Clover himself. I told you about skulking in the shadows here, Mirian. You said that you wanted complete and total cover. I am providing that, and henceforth why I made myself clear and available within the room. You said that you were more than willing to accept my terms. That I did, Mirian. Well then, as you were saying, Dragonborn.
Not much to it. But you hang out with a giant god and he gives you a boon to find your son in the city of brass. Something you hold on to. And when that city name comes up, you ask questions.
Do we follow this lead?
Seems more than a coincidence.
Trust me. I would love to chase down Tormund. Bring him out of the city of brass. It doesn't shelter the fact there are two gods dealing with someone who we fought beside over the terms of his soul. I can't push my own personal agenda on you guys.
That's good news, because I have no time to deal with the matter at hand. I'm simply stating, as my services have been hired for the estate, that access to the city of brass is at your command, as long as they exist. And he pulls out a rapier. And he traces a small circle down on the ground that lights up with flame. As you look at the flame, you can see down into the city of brass.
Okay, that's a neat trick.
Mirian has a particular set of skills that are quite useful when tracking down the macabre. He will be here and available when you need him. I will make sure of that. So this means an infinite retainer. Does it, Lord Roinghorn? It means that I will pay for whatever is necessary.
Is this?
Is this what?
Necessary.
Is this necessary? The safety of my city? To make the people pay? For the workers, the servants, my friends who died by their hands trying to track down ancient relics?
All right.
Damn right it is.
We just have a lot, and so I wasn't sure if...
Vengeance is always the answer. Retribution. Eye for an eye.
Oh, good. We've got vengeance to take on Sansuri Yansi Ben and the sea god Malakar. Got anything to turn up on them?
I'm afraid to admit it, but you are certainly a few leagues above me with starting shit.
All right, then. I'll come see you when we're ready to go to the City of Brass.
Right.
In the matter at hand, I understand. I truly do understand your plight. Your friend is being held captive somewhere in the sky in Yansi Ben's hell of a palace. However, it is a difficult decision when you finally have the conch of teleportation and what it is mutated finally into in its current form. This item has been fought over once, and great lives came at the cost of it. Whatever your choice is, you will need to make haste. Otherwise, countless other people around you will suffer the fate of the ones that did in this mansion. It is truly a self-sacrifice for what you are doing. But don't make it any more twisted than what it is. As a Harper, I understand this.
Let me ask you this question, because this is what I keep going back and forth on. I understand Nightcock knew what he was doing when he got double-crossed on a trade he thought would set his brother free. The problem is, I've got two gods in one place and one god out of his element.
Mm-hmm.
It's a two birds with one stone, but knowing that that god is out of his element may give us just enough time to use the conch and get enough backup from the storm giants to take them all out.
Hoping. If.
That's if we can make it into the maelstrom and convince Sarisa to help us.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we're here. Need to see through this murky water. Do we go up or down?
I vote down. But I'm just guessing it could be a coin flip.
We are damned if we do, we are damned if we don't. But I can't help thinking it is not a trap if we go to the air.
You're not wrong.
I do not like being goaded by gods.
Then what?
Well,
What other options do we have?
As much as I want to kill Malakar, we may not be able to do it alone. Especially when he has friends, so Histor may be right.
Malakar, Sansuri,
Maybe best
Yancy
to,
Ben.
if we have to go to the sea, it might be best to do it when Malakar is not there.
That's probably true.
This is our window. We know, as of the last time we saw him, he was headed up. This is our time to resupply, use the conch, get back to the maelstrom. If we're all in agreement.
But what if he's baiting us the other way? Now that I think about it, what if he's trying to make it look like it is the easy window to go to the sea?
There's a lot of what ifs.
And
We'll be screwed either way. So I'm tired of feeling like we're stuck. I'd rather that we make a decision and we do it with confidence, and whatever the outcomes, we suck it up and we fight it like we always have.
We can think about it this way. We can rush off right now to fight 2 gods at once, plus maybe Sansuri. Or we can risk going into the water and maybe end up fighting 1 god.
Or 2.
Or 2. Or 3.
Whatever.
we still don't know exactly what is going on in the court of the storm giants in the first place.
Yep.
Well,
What else are we going to do? We can't. Where else can we get information? Isn't it not better for us just to go directly there? Let us deal with it at hand. We will not tiptoe around anymore.
remember, we're here for Dante to get information. We'll take him. We'll take what he's learned. But I think our best course of action, if you all agree with me, is to use the conch, head to the maelstrom, and try and get to the storm giants. We've recruited allies along the way. We may be able to call on the frost giants. If we can turn the storm giants to our cause as well, that's 3 against 1. Us, storm giants, the frost giants against them. But they're equally as strong, with Malakar and Yancy Ben at their side. I'm for forming allies, even if in that same breath I have to forsake a brother.
Oh, maybe we're not the ones that should make this decision. And he's gonna grab the compass hanging around his neck and look at it to see where it points.
Compass is still pointing towards the maelstrom. As it has before.
This compass has some piece of emery still in it. Has the conch within it. And it points downward. Maybe we should just follow.
You have my vote.
I agree.
To the sea it
Cheekios?
is.
I will follow. I agree. I'm very concerned for what is going to happen to us in between if we were to lose what we have now. This jaunt to the north has put even more time in between us than our original task.
Well, then let's make haste. Preparations in hand. To the Maelstrom. We can go by sea or by air.
At that moment, the door swings back open with Dante. By the way, thank you guys for that +1 that you gave him last week. Dante had a DC 18 to hit to get the piece of information, and I rolled a 17.
Oh, wow.
That's close.
Oh, wow.
I have very important news. Everything that I have poured through, Jan Sieben does not care about any offerings, treasures, or sacrifices, or even the worship from his own cultist. The only concern that he has is the annihilation of all material realms. It's... Him and Malakar have the same plans. If Malakar wants to inherit what Yansi Bin does not want to exist anymore.
So one of them wants to destroy the world, and one wants to control it?
He wants to destroy the material. I don't think he's much as concerned with the ocean. If he eliminates everything else that is on land, it does not concern him what is on underneath the sea. He only wants control of where the wind can blow.
What the?
And there's no negotiation to be had.
He wants to have complete control over everything that air touches.
Well, he went big, didn't he? No dreaming small with this guy. All right.
It
What do you
makes,
expect from an air god?
makes
His head
more
is
sense
full
to-
of air.
Nightcock is a red herring. There's Malakar's interest does not lie with your friend.
No, it's not, but Alakar keeps him because he knows that he can use him against us.
There is no doubt of that.
Well, hell with them all. Let's resupply. Let's get in the water now.
I think this is right. We focus, we take out one at a time. We are in no position right now to take out Jan Sieben. We need to focus and grow.
Oh, if he can't be reasoned with or bought, then we're gonna have to take Nightcock by force if possible. And that's gonna require the help of the giants.
How does one kill a god? Especially of one of like Jan Sieben's caliber. Has anyone done it before?
Miriam
Dante, did
steps
you read-
forward.
Oh, you.
There's the long way and there's the short way.
Which
Fortunately,
one do you think I'm interested in?
Long way is to erase their existence upon the land so no one believes them anymore. Unfortunately,
Next off.
that will do you no good. You can erase all the monuments that you want, and it won't help your assistance now. And what you seek is more power than I could ever offer.
We don't need you to offer it. We just need you to tell us what it is.
Where to get it?
It's a level of vengeance that is still out of my expertise. I still dwell in the thoughts of man.
And who is the expert?
An expert in god killing?
It
It all
surely has
ranges.
been done before. One person at least.
There have been gods slain before, but everything is so specific to that one particular god. You have to rip from their palms the thing that they love the most and destroy it. You have to break their will and existence to want to be a god. Otherwise, it will continually persist to try to come back and ascend and ascend. Need magical items and fortitude beyond this world.
Great. So we just have to break it. A god that holds nothing dear.
The power of an individual like King Hecaton, if he can be found, would be a damn good start. You've seen these people are the collectors of the most powerful items of the realm. Jarl Stovall died for the Ring of Winter.
Right.
He felt like it was the only way he could control his destiny.
Well, I think it makes it clear. Histor, you're right. We'll go to the Maelstrom. We'll begin with the giants. We will accumulate. We will build. And then we'll fight.
Well, then we should start making preparations to get back to the ship.
Finally, let's do it. Whatever we can take. We need to make sure the ship is properly what? Boarded up?
It won't matter.
Healed?
Taps the compass. This will take us exactly where we need to go.
We need bigger buckets on the ship.
The skeleton should be working on repairs.
Well, I meant once we get hit. Think we'll get in there smoothly.
Oh, you're not
Surely
gonna-
he's left one other of his squid thingies there to protect it. We know there will be something waiting for us. And even if it is, do we want to take the ship? We could take the Sky Castle.
And we have to deal with Yancy Ben.
And we just take it close to the ground. And we just hover.
You hear what Dante said? Anything in the air, anything where the wind blows.
The wind blows the ship. I don't understand.
The ship is going underwater.
Fine. Okay.
We're going to a
Doesn't-
place
why?
where we're not going to be sailing on the water.
Yeah, but we'll have
sailing
to
in it.
sail there for a bit, right?
No, it's a conch of teleportation.
It'll take the whole ship.
Yes,
All right.
that's what it does.
Fine. Then let's load the ship. I feel like we've said this 20 times, and all we keep doing is circling back.
And grab your mirror and let's go.
I'm gonna need help carrying that.
Ah, Ruby.
I don't want to break it. I assume if we break it, it'll all crack apart. And then all the things on the inside will be out. And then we'll have one more thing to add to our list of things to do.
Ruby.
Hmm.
Roll a perception check.
Okay, that will be a 24.
24. While you talk, you begin to hear the faint sounds of whispers.
Is it that awful dude who got in my head? That dumb dragon?
Whispering.
What? Ugh! So who whispers whispering?
After a few moments, you can hear the voice of Miriam Gray in your head. Interesting thought. I don't want to know what strange thing you've contacted before.
Okay, this is uncomfortable. I don't like you at all. If you get in my head again, I will murder you. I will just take your head. That is a complete invasion. I don't appreciate that. You didn't get my permission. If you have questions, you ask them. I don't want that. He got in my head.
Who got in your head?
That stupid Marion. That was rude. Should take one of your fingers at least.
If you want vengeance against the people that are hoarding the supplies of pork, then let me know. Only try to relay the information based off of what I heard. As he steps back into the shadow and melds back with it.
I really hate how that guy operates. Ugh.
Yeah, there's another level of creepy there.
Ugh. Feel like my mind needs a shower. Like, ugh.
Well, his methods
Were rude. They violated my personal brain space.
are not
cool at all.
ideal.
Ugh.
Miriam is necessary.
Well, then it's you. He can invade your brain. Also, if
I
he
am
were
sorry
necessary,
for what he's done, but that will be the end of it.
not all of his fingers are probably necessary. Same. Go into your brain. Sure, fine if he invades Ruby's brain, but not anybody else's. Thanks a lot for even saying he shouldn't do that. No one cared. Cool.
Speaking
Just
of
standing there
pork, I do
watching.
have to admit, before you return up into the cloud castle in the sky, I have removed your stores of pork. They have been
what?
processed and canned down below. Simple means
Took our bacon.
preserving. Yes, I did potentially take a dead man's bacon.
You took my
Potentially.
bacon.
You've been doing a lot of things which you feel comfortable as violating our privacy.
I have
You
held
haven't-
your cloud sky castle on my property since you brought Demise back to my home. I will not be instructed by anyone in my own home. Now, I have been polite and I have been more than accommodating, and I have not once brought up what you have done to me. I only ask that the same courtesy be extended back to me. We will not speak in that tone in this house.
I am ready to leave. I'm going now because I don't want to be here. I'm out. Ruby leaves. She goes directly to the ship.
Guess that's our cue. He's gonna drag the mirror that she forgot.
I'm gonna pick up the back end of it, Just gonna help you with it as we walk by Lord Zelron. If anybody else had taken my bacon, they got the axe. But you've been kind. You've put up with a lot of our shit. You took my bacon. But that's all right. Thank you for your hospitality. And enjoy the bacon. It's going to give him a little smile and take his other hand and just slap him on the shoulder, then focus on carrying this mirror with Henry.
As we leave off,
Nods back.
once we get out of earshot, I'm just gonna kind of turn to Histor. You seem to be friendly with that guy, but I don't really like him. Shifty.
So are you, Valas.
Yeah, but at least
Yeah.
I'm honest about it.
He didn't lie. He told us exactly what he did.
Yeah, only because that other guy was gonna tell us first.
I'm not so sure. Zelron is who he was talking about.
I don't know. Maybe not, but something feels off.
Good. Keep your wits about you. I'm gonna need those on the water. Keep us away from Yansi Ben and Malakar. With a little luck, we'll sail to the Maelstrom together, find our way to the Storm Giants. Whatever happens here will happen here.
Well, guess it's something we can deal with another day.
Exactly. Can't fight a battle on every front and think you're gonna win. Ruby will learn that one day. Amidst all her angst and rage.
For
Gotta
being
understand.
violated? Excuse me? I'm not deaf. You think you can walk out here and just talk about me like that? None of you said anything to stand up for me as that man violated my space. None of you even said that was wrong.
I believe I said that was creepy.
It was creepy. No one did anything. And fine, you want to take his side? He's upset. But you know what? We were brought in because he brought us in because he needed us to do things for him. We did all of that for him. I'm going back. You remember when we were on the ship and I thought, people are terrible. Why do we bother saving everyone? I would rather just save Nightcock. Because he's one of the few people I care about. But when we do this, we do it for everyone. But when we do it for everyone, people like that don't care. And I'm not all about fighting every battle. That's fine. Then I choose the battles I can win and I narrow it down. They don't want to help. They think it's okay that they can just abuse us and then we have to thank them and kiss their feet. You can do that. I will not. I know my value and how I want to be treated, and I will demand that. And I would have expected my friends to expect that same respect to me. Because if you respect yourself and those you care about, then you'll stand up for them. Instead of just saying we're sorry and thank you for letting us be here, as you just do whatever you want to us. Because we want to.
It is clear, Ruby, that while we don't see as many guards in the front, that Lord Zelranon Roaringhorn has decided to take a different approach at managing his estate.
He'll be happy that if we do succeed, he'll at least have an estate. And someone who apparently has been working for such an organization that's been dealing with stuff like this on a much larger scale and a longer scale than we have, would have the perspective to know that. Histor, how long have you been working with him? And you guys knew, and you work with, and done all of these to save the Ring of Winter and all of that stuff? You're clearly aware that there are larger issues and that we must take care of each other to do this. But instead, we sacrifice what we care for because what we want to protect, a small thing. You have been sacrificing for so long, and then when the battle comes, you just want to blame it on some people, even though you've been fighting this battle way longer than we have. As if we even knew what the conch of teleportation was before we really went there. We are on this path because he has put us on this path. We only have half the information that we did because of him, and now he is upset because we have done what he has given us. And he will sacrifice us because we are not worth it. That is not a man who has honor or cares. No.
It is a man.
And more importantly, it is important for us to maintain our care for each other. What is the point of saving anyone if we are willing to sacrifice anything else? If we do it not out of our care of each other, then why are we doing this? Why do we do this? And if I find these inconsistencies, and yet you repeatedly tell me this is why we have to do it to save the world, then you are speaking out of your ass. Don't ever tell me that.
Fine, go save Nightcock when there's no world for us to inhabit later.
Then I will at least do what I feel is right.
Go get
Then
him. You can
Nightcock and I will
celebrate.
die, that we know that I cared.
This is not a contest of who cares more. This is obviously what happens when people go to their fullest extent and fall out of their character.
It is not that. And going far out of your extent for your full character means what? And it's not even a contest. Contest is a stupid thing where we want to compare. It's not about comparison. It's about knowing your true self and knowing the true self of others. You turn it into some comparison, some contest, that's a dumb language choice. It is about challenging ourselves to be better.
You would not school me about being around the world. You will not school me today. No, I will not take. I will not take this from you today. I understand you are passionate from your friend, but you will not insult me and the rest of the members here.
For what? Tell me what I have insulted you for.
I am sorry that someone invaded your mind just a second ago.
Were you? Because you didn't say anything up there to defend me.
We are sitting inside the hall of someone who is empowering us to get that. There are some times when you have to hold your mouth even though it wasn't right.
I don't think I could ever hold my mouth against something that isn't right. If it is wrong,
does not mean that you can't work and try to fix it out later, but these things are what is called politics.
You
and
will not do anything about it later. Don't lie to me. This was not going to circle back unless I made something about it.
When have I not stood up for you before?
Right now. When I was scared. When I was vulnerable. That's it.
You are trying to pin off things onto us that are unfair, Ruby Shore.
You're right. It was too much to ask you to say that was wrong. You shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry for asking for such a thing. You can choose not to stand up again. That is fine.
I refuse to believe your rhetoric. Fine, you can be angry about it.
I'm more hurt. Because I was abandoned.
It was a matter of seconds. We have a breath of. I will not take the short-sightedness. You are not getting the large picture. And I understand if you want to talk about rhetoric and past, then you are just too young to understand what room you were just in. And that is the truth, because you do not grasp the scope of the problem that you are attempting to resolve.
Here's the thing. You choose to play the politics game, and I choose to break that game. I don't want to play any game. If I seek what I believe is good, then I will pursue what is good. And I won't let something mar that. You are willing to play that game. Fine. You can make that sacrifice. I will not.
I will. If that means what it takes for me and my friends to live, then so be it.
And we know who you are now.
Don't attempt to act to know who I am, Ruby Shore.
No, I guess you're right. I don't know who you are.
Don't attempt to act like you know who I am, Ruby Shore.
I don't know who you are. I don't. You're right. I have no idea who you are.
You have much to learn.
Well, the fact of it is, that guy disappeared into the shadows. It's not like we can go kill him now. Or exacting sort of revenge. I mean, I guess we can go try.
Don't
But we
worry,
still have
I'm
other things
still
to do.
here. And I'll always be here.
What do you mean you're still here?
This listening as I'm so paid to do.
You're not on my ship, are you?
No?
Good, then let's get the fuck out of here. Also gonna start walking out of this mansion, stay away from this dude.
As I'm towing behind you with this mirror. Hey, Marion, next time you want inside Ruby's head, fucking ask.
Noted.
Anytime you want a good sex dream that it rains bacon, you can come into mine.
Noted.
I told you I don't like this. I don't like that roaring heart guy or this place, Histor. That dude's spying on us the whole time.
Tips of power, my friend. Let's just get on the boat, get on the water as quick as we fucking can.
I am also not a fan of the means of which he is going. But it's not my choice.
This Harshnag wins the rest of the group. On their way out, as you guys make your way back to Emery's sacrifice, Valas, you look down to the compass. Holding your hand, with the night sky out and stars shining. Spins and gives you your heading. I need you to roll a perception check.
$21.
As you look up to the sky, you see one solitary falling star. I want you to roll that wisdom saving throw.
23.
DC is a 22.
Oh, shit.
As you point that compass, holding it up in the air as the energy glows, and that falling star turns into a nightlight that crashes down in, encompassing the item that you've held, storing one meteor spell inside of it.
Damn.
As you pull out from the harbor in the night sky, you guys set off for the Maelstrom. And that is where we will end this week.
Dope.
Oh, Becky, you're so good. I love you.
I was like,
so
I hope
good.
this intensity breeze is over because this got real intense real fast.
Oh man.
One of those situations where I'm like, I don't know if she's actually mad at us or like just fake mad at us.
Oh,
And I'm married to her. And I can't tell.
Characters.
I
But I love this because this character, like, it's through characters that we get to explore and talk about tough topics. That's how we learn. The stories are the greatest teaching tools and allow us to empathize and see from so many different characters' viewpoints of what they experience and why they're motivated. It should help us empathize with many people.
Absolutely. And the entire scenario is loosely based off of post 9/11. And I'm using the College of Whispers to represent the surveillance of that era, and that's what the rage of Lord Roaringhorn is willing to invade the personal privacy of everyone for him to exact what he deems as his righteous revenge.
That Marion dude
So
went from
good.
like kind of helpful to like real fucking creepy real fast.
Also, to be honest, when I first heard the whispers, I didn't have.
I thought someone
I wasn't
broke into
looking
our
at.
Oh, dude, I knew I was. I
Yeah,
knew
that's
it was.
what I thought. Well, I didn't see it, so I couldn't see, and I thought it was Mudcat fucking with me. Because also I was like, who's saying whisper? Who whispers the word whisper?
I wanted it to be intentionally creepy to like to get the effect of like how creepy this guy is.
Dude, that guy was creepy as fuck.
At first, I thought it was in my brain, the first part, and then I moved to Mudcat's fucking with me. I'm like, am I?
No, I
hearing
was like
things?
looking around because I thought someone hacked into the Discord again.
Oh,
I
that's
thought I was
crazy.
losing my brain.
Radio and Mud are both frozen on my side.
It's
No.
probably because I opened OBS. 1 second.
Radio's just perpetually happy. That's just good. That's a good freezing
Oh.
point, at least. It's a good smile.
Yeah,
That was awesome, though. I really like that you brought that in. I was like, because when you started doing like, oh, this does remind me of that discussion. I
Yeah,
saw
I'm
it.
so happy that we got to go there immediately. But yeah, that's he's this. He's a guy that also feels that he is completely okay with what he does. He has so much knowledge he doesn't care.
Yeah.
That it's just like it isn't. It's just I'm so much up in people's personal shit. Like that's all I do. It doesn't affect them. But however, I never thought that was like. It was interesting that we made Cheekios take like the other stance that like, so, yeah, like him get to be the counter opinion.
But it's that age-old question: do the ends justify the means?
Yeah, do the ends justify the means? So I'm glad we got to have it. Like it's so good because it's so relevant. So relevant.
And those in power, do they get to dictate the structures and ways that we go about in doing things? Like it's layered.
Roaring Horn's got the money. And he took your bacon.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like,
fuck that guy.
Took your bacon. took a dead man's bacon.
But it was ours to be able to give it. I mean, one thing, yeah, okay, maybe we were dead, but it would have been nice that they know it came from us. Like, we're sorry.
He took my bacon.
I like Marion was gonna tell us. He's gonna double cross Roaring Horn and tell us that he stole our bacon. That's what I think. It's in a creepy ass way.
Marion's
Stole your bacon.
crazy.
I stole it.
I
stole your bacon.
Because he licks your ear.
Marion was gonna tell you who's causing the shortage. Oh yeah, he was totally gonna tell you who's calling the shortage. That's all he's focused about was hearing that.
We'll leave it to Black Clover. They've got it.
Yeah.
It was
They
so
get
much.
to deal with a new underboss. Dude, people are gonna lose their shit on that VOD.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Oh. And now all of you know to the full extent, well, at least more of an extent of who Marion is. Each time he makes an appearance, we learn more.
I mean, I did kill an innocent person on the first.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
With that flaming sword.
Yes, that sword rips people to hell.
Jeez.
Oh, rip! I didn't get that far in the
Yeah,
VOD
so
yet.
he in the. Well, I won't spoil the
Yeah,
Black
don't spoil
Clover
it for me.
stream. I'll
catch
tell
up
you
the
off of
rest
it. Yeah, but that sword.
That's dope.
Yeah,
Gotta get my hands on that sword.
his Hellfire Rapier is badass.
I gotta get my hands on that thing. I think.
You're gonna try to steal it from him?
It's a nice sword. I think I'm gonna steal it.
Yeah,
Oh.
maybe.
I'm so
Nice
excited
sword
to
now.
play a bard from the College of Whispers. That's so good.
Whisper.
It's me talking to you in a quiet voice.
Whispering.
You don't have to say the word whisper.
It's me.
You just do it.
So I didn't know what we were gonna do till the end of the episode. I'll be honest, I didn't know which one we were gonna prep, which way we were gonna go.
Neither. I thought
Neither
we were
do
gonna
we.
go in the air.
I'll be honest, it was you guys talking out, being like, "Yeah, that kind of looks like a bad situation."
Mm-hmm.
I reread Yancy Ben's background 3 times until I was like, maybe it does make sense if these people team up. Like I just sat here while you guys were going, like trying to figure out which way I was gonna go. Like you guys convinced me. I was like, yeah,
Let's do it.
It makes sense, right? It makes
As
sense.
far as we could tell.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll find out if it works or not.
You'll find out next week. On Saved by the Spell 2 Game of Saving Throws.
That we will. Guys, be good to each other. Remember, both of these folks are going to be streaming right afterwards. Radio's going to be playing some D2 on his channel. Drop those links, twitch.tv/RadioMang. And Mudcat will also be on playing Sea of Thieves. So if you guys want, go ahead, open up tabs and hang out with us for a little bit more. We appreciate y'all. Be good. Remember to wash your damn hands.